sitting here not getting any business, nothing else to do. I'm not gonna roam the city, not wasting money, and I can't make any money out here. So, still sitting here, and I'm gonna go live again. If you guys want to hang out, I guess they cut my live, so I'm back on. I'll see if the room fills back up. Yeah, it just won't let me work, man. Let's see. All right, so I'm just readjusting the app real quick, making sure I got it up and running right. It's not me. It's just they're not sending nothing through. All right, let's see if y'all want to come back and keep me company. I'm just sitting out here. If not, I'll just get back on I'll get back on here and do what I was doing. Oh, those women are still out here. Let's see what happens, man. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Who knows? Maybe all right, people are coming in. I was gonna say, I don't know, maybe it's not connected. Man, this person just pulled up next to me. I didn't even know it. Pay attention. Yeah, I'm back up. Thanks for the like. I'm back up. I got disconnected. I wonder, I was just going in too. I wonder what's the last thing you guys heard me say. But I'll give it a few minutes to see if it fills back up in here. If it fills back up, I'll continue. I'll continue the live. I don't have anything else to do right now. So at least I could do is just grow my channel, right? It's not like this is nothing. Yeah, thanks. Hey, a day in the life. What were you here when it got disconnected, or did you leave before that, or what? If you were here, do you remember what the last thing I was mentioning? Because I was just talking. I didn't even know I was cut off. I just saw the numbers disappear, and I remember asking people to hit 27, and no one hit 27. So I guess you guys were gone for a while. Here's another guy coming to work out. Now they finally sent a dude out here stretching. Everybody's gonna be coming to work out and walk this little walk today. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting out here sweating my ass off, and I'm trying to work. I'm gonna be up all night trying to work. I would like to get out here and work out. I got my basketball in the trunk and everything, man. I'm ready to get out here. I was there before it cut off. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do you remember? I was just going in just in general. Yeah, I didn't know it was cut, and I was just going in. Sorry about that, guys. They do that from time to time. They'll just go in and just cut it, and once we got a conversation going, they'll do that. All right, the numbers are starting to go up, so I guess people hit the like button for me. Those of you who are in here, hit the like button for me so we can get the conversation going again. I don't have much else to do, so if you guys want to just sit back, I'm gonna get out and walk. I'm gonna get out in a second. I'm gonna get over here and show y'all the water. Yeah, it's the numbers are starting to build up. I'm gonna get out in the sun for a minute. I don't really want to sweat. I took a shower this morning, and I'm planning on being busy all day. And there's somebody sitting in this car right here next to me, hiding behind the tents, monitoring my phone. That's probably why the live got cut. All right, I'm gonna get out the car for a minute, guys. This heat is intense. I forgot about Florida. All right, guys, I'm getting out for a minute. I'll bring my glasses with me just in case I need to read some of these comments. Let me see. It says, to be honest, I forgot because I was catching up on another line. It's all good. It's cool. I was homeless just last year. I had to shoplift and sell goods to make ends meet and save up to get a car. I've been through everything you just said. I had to save up to get a car. I had to drive a U-Haul van around for a year. But I left the country right after my divorce, and I went out and 2022, 2021, I went to South America and stayed for a few months. That's the only time that I wasn't like homeless, because I was in Airbnbs and hotels every night because I'm out of the country. I wouldn't dare try to be homeless out there. So yeah, I've done all that. Then I bought a car after doing deliveries. That's what I'm saying, guys. It used to be sweet. Just a few years ago, I did enough deliveries where I did enough deliveries where I was able to save up and buy a car. I told you this story many times. Those of you who are new, though, I'm telling you. And then I moved up to Atlanta, and I was up there doing Uber, Lyft, all that stuff. And I'm getting a job, getting a Mustang. Last year, drove the Mustang up until a few days ago because I got the issue with the software updates and all that. But anyway, I'm here now in Florida. It feels real good walking out here, though. I gotta tell you, I never really did much of this, too much, up in Atlanta, but it feels really good to be out here walking, being around the water like this. It's just something different. Even though there's some places where you can even find little water in my neighborhood up in Atlanta, it just don't feel the same. Something about it is different here. The energy, the air, the diverse population. And this isn't even one of the most diverse parts of Florida, but this is still pretty diverse up here. I'm just pretty much tipping the iceberg. Yeah, I wanted to wait for the temperature to drop down. I didn't think I would be sitting there that long. Damn it, I left my other phone in the car. I gotta go back and get the phone. I'm now reading the comments real quick, guys. Just give me a second. This is Behold This. Matter of fact, I'll just be quiet for a few seconds. Even though there's an alarm going off over there killing the peace. You guys think that's intentional? Just in case the TI got out and tried to come out here and relax? I need a pretty woman to come out here that's a TI who can come with me out here and let's fish. I need a beautiful woman that wants to come out here I'm gonna try to meet a woman out here while I'm in Florida this time, depending on how long I stay. I just need one. I don't even need a bunch of women. I just need one solid. I don't even mind if you do a little bit of gang stalking. There's somebody in my life that was very important. I'm not gonna say who, but this person does a little gang stalking, nothing too extreme, But she does, as far as I can tell, the person helped me more than hurt. So I kind of accepted it. I mean, some things they just have to do. But when you do too much, it's imbalanced, and that's when it's an issue. I have a problem. I can't. Man, if I drop my phone or anything in here. I hope you guys are enjoying this beauty. You see how it is? Even though I'm going through what I'm going through, I still got to pay these bills and shit, but it takes off a little bit of the stress when you can just drive, across the street and just stumble upon this. And even right now, looking at this beauty, and it's so calm, this water's moving calm, that boat is just gliding across the water. This infrastructure here is built up beautiful, only the way Florida can do it, right? Florida really knows how to style their shit. Florida is like the friend or the family member that really knows how to dress. You know what I mean? They might have all kinds of, they look good and they know how to dress. It's like straight up. I mean, it looks good. Florida's already naturally beautiful with all this water and palm trees, all this natural sand, and then they know how to dress it up nice. Like, they know how to put these buildings right around that water to make it look how it should look. They cut the grass. They keep the palm trees in shape and lined up. And this is all up and through Florida, guys. This is pretty much everywhere you go. And every area is just beautiful. And it's not even like they just let it just be raw. It's like a person that's already good looking and in good shape. And then on top of that, they dress well. You know what I mean? That's what Florida is like that. She's in great shape, naturally, has a natural body that is that's awesome. But then she knows how to, put that shit on. That's Florida right there. Straight up. I like showing y'all stuff like this, man. I can't really see the comments though when I'm like out here like this. I'm sorry, but I can continue to talk. Let me see how many people we got in here. Y'all hit the like button for me. We got it's showing. Yeah, hit the like button for me. We're about 10. We're about 10 likes short. I can't believe it's this late, and I made $17 on this app. But when I get on Reddit and stuff like that, I hear a lot of other people are having the same horror stories dealing with these apps. You know, these days it's just gotten bad across the board. Y'all see the drawbridge going up? The drawbridge, those things right there will hold up some traffic out here, boy. You in a rush trying to get somewhere and a damn boat is going across and they got to pull the bridge up. This is just like Florida also. This is another great example. You know, you got this beautiful environment, this infrastructure, this water, everything is just beautiful. This breeze is even nice. It's hot out here and humid, but I'm not even all that uncomfortable, to be honest. It's hot though, but the breeze is nice because of the water. This is what's lacking in Atlanta. It's just hot. Same with Tampa. It's just hot without the breeze. But you got this beauty out here, all this beauty. But then you got that alarm over there going off, letting you know that everything ain't really all good. This shit ain't as sweet as it looks. We got a gang-stalking problem. We got a tracking and tracing, community harassment, security fraud, homeland security fraud, spiritual. No, they did not make that whole bridge move for that little ass boat. That little tug. I don't know, maybe it just looks little from here. That little boat. Yeah, I can barely see it. Man, it is nice. I need somebody to take a picture of me out here with this nice background. See, I'm solo dolo though. You know, I'm alone. It's isolated TI. Look, now I'm looking at my phone, right? I walk away from my car, and now I'm looking at this phone. And a minute ago, it tried to send me a delivery. See that? That's why I said I was gonna walk back to the car. So I sit out here for hours. They don't send me one for hours. But as soon as I walk away from the car, leave that phone there, they send me one. So let me go back in. They do that shit all the time too, by the way. Stuff like that. You know, I'm away from my phone. I'm down by the water. Now all of a sudden they send one through and I miss it. Looks like homeless people sitting up there. There's a lot of them all around the area. A lot of homeless people sitting around. People are really struggling, man. People really struggling out here. So, hey, I'm going back to my car real fast. I'm not even gonna show my car because it just makes things worse. You haven't seen the outside of it yet, so I'm not even gonna show it. Try to keep a little bit of anonymity. What I'll do is I'm gonna walk back over to the car and I'm gonna catch up with the comments because I'll be able to see it when I get to the car. But I still want to come back out here by the water. I'll just have my phone with me so I won't miss any more deliveries if you guys want to still hang out. Yeah, we got about 20 people in here. Y'all hang out with me. Hit the like button for me. It seems like nobody hit the like button from when last time I said it. All right, I gotta grab my other phone out the car. How funny is that I get one right when I'm as soon as I walk away, and it's been hours. So somebody's in this car right here behind the tinted windows, of course. Y'all should see this little tiny car they gave me right here. I ain't gonna trip, man. I ain't gonna trip. To be honest with you, I had the same type of car before I got the Mustang. It was cool, and this is what got me into EVs, but I didn't want to have another EV other than that one, not for this trip. But they forced me into this, and there's nothing else available. I'm gonna grab my phone. Give me a second, guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sit in here for a minute. Cool. I'm gonna sit in here and cool off again, and then I'll go back out. Maybe things will pick up around dinner time, so I'm gonna just talk to you guys until then. I don't have too much to do. Like I said, I'm here new in town. targeted individual. So of course I don't have a good network, network of buddies here, nothing to do. So you guys are my network. So I'm just gonna sit here and let me turn this air on and cool off for a minute. Then I go back out there. I'm pretty sure y'all enjoyed that view. All right, let me catch up on some of these comments, guys. All right, let me see let me go. Oh, we got one. Oh, it's a good one too. Damn. Now we talking. That's what I'm saying, guys. It might get popping. Look, I got one finally, and it's a good one. So look, I'm about to here's what I'll do, guys. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. If you guys want to continue this live, right? I have one I got to go do right now. It's easier to keep you guys with me because it's not like I'm picking a passenger up doing an Uber like usual. I'm picking up an order, and it's a good one. So maybe it'll be a good night. Man, I wanted to stay by. As soon as I get ready to enjoy the water, you see how they get me out of here? Now, if I would have been sitting in this little car like a lunatic the whole time, I wouldn't got anything. As soon as I get out and go try to enjoy the water, they give me one that I can't resist. Well, hey, look, I'm gonna say this. We got about 17 people in here. Hey, if you guys want me to continue this live while I do this delivery, it's gonna be like 2 drop-offs. I need at least, if I get 5 people that can hit 27 for me, at least 5 people out of the 17. If y'all can confirm y'all want me to continue, do this delivery, see me walk in and get this and see like what they got set up for me up here and everything. Hit 27 for me. If I get 5 people to hit 27, I'll keep it going. All right, so just let me know. We got 1, 2. What's going on, Ricardo? Good to see you, man. All right, Wealth, I see you. A day in the life. Okay. That's 3, 4, 1 more, and that's it. That's 5. All right, then. There's the first watch they sent me to earlier right there that I was talking about. Yeah, this is area over here. There's a lot of food over here. You can tell with some money over here. This building over here, some people, some money. So now it's dinner time. These people are starting to get home from enjoying this beautiful state. And now they'll probably get home, want to order some steaks and all that. So I'm here to do it. I'm back on the food delivery grind right now. Yeah, never mess up none of your grinds because you're pissed off, you're mad and you just lose it. I just come down to this state and I can still keep the money going. I can still work because this is, I can take this with me from state to state. You know what I mean? So keep you a gig app. This can be frustrating, but you just got to be a little bit patient and sometimes it can work. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be a good night. I'm not reading comments clearly because I'm navigating through this. I'm going to pick this up. So you guys, you know how it is when I'm working and I'm on live. So just hang in there with me. I periodically get in there. This is such a beautiful place to be, man. I just love that. It's so appealing to me, just looking at it. It's like I told you, man. It's like this is like the friend that has a nice natural body and dresses well. They know how to make it pretty. I went back home to my hometown up in Washington, D.C. area, man. It was kind of ugly. You know what I mean? Like the grass wasn't cut. It was so much like sloppily, the retail stores and everything. This the area that we're in, just retail stores. Everything is just thrown all, on top of everything. It's just so crowded and congested. The people seem stressed out and bad energy. Then the weed is legal. And that's my first time really being around in a state where the weed is legal like that. Everybody I come in contact with got a joint. Everybody's half high, half medicated, half stressed out, half confused, half dizzy. and I've been hearing about how that's how people were moving back in my hometown now for a little while. And I get up there and I kind of can feel that vibe. You know what I mean? It's kind of different when people just got easy access to the merits, like strong ass marijuana like that. I can kind of see why officials might be acting funny. I can see how officials may be acting funny because it does kind of change the environment. I can imagine California is very similar. You just got people they're kind of out of their mind, on a wide scale. Because everybody's not going to do moderation. I went up there to confront I told you a few weeks ago, my sister's husband, and father of the children. That's why he's still walking, because he is, the father of her children. But anyway, when I got there, he was getting high. We were at the kids' recital. He's outside in the bushes smoking a doobie. When I got there, And then he's out of his mind. So I'm trying to walk and talk to him. He throws it down and loses his mind and starts running and saying he ain't got to explain himself to nobody. And yeah, man. So I kind of understand to an extent why they probably want to regulate it a little more, because people kind of don't, they don't handle it well. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. But yeah, but not everybody's responsible. Not everybody's responsible enough to handle something like that in a responsible way when it's so easily accessible, I guess, you know? So, you know, it is what it is. Walking on in here. But yeah, everybody was just high like that. You know, it was offered to me, but I haven't taken a puff of any marijuana in so long. I'm gonna stay clean because I'm gonna get in a job soon that's probably gonna require. All right, guys, you still got to talk amongst yourselves for a minute because now I got to get situated. I got to get the GPS together. So thanks for hanging out with me. Once I get everything situated, I'll just talk as we ride. And I'll let you guys see the streets. Some beautiful views. I know y'all enjoying looking at Florida. Not saying Georgia wasn't, you know, still good looking, but not like this. Y'all see that pink car? Let me tell y'all something about that right there, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something about a pink vehicle like that. You know it's a woman driving that unless that's camera on, right? But let me tell you guys something, right? A few months ago, you know, I kind of was doing pretty well financially, a little better than I was doing now, you know, due to some things that, you know, some circumstances that were going down at the time. And there's this guy out there. Some of you might know, some of you might not. His name is him500. He's more like in the financial lane. He does a lot of stuff with those guys called Earn Your Leisure and all of that, right? This you know, he's just like a celebrity financial guru guy. You know these guys they got out here now. Give me a second, guys. I'm taking pictures of these receipts and all of that, confirming the orders. All right, so you know, so this guy him500, right? He's known for, you know, helping people learn how to, you know, do the money stuff, play the money game. All right, I got to put the address in. All right, 600. Hold on, guys. Just bear with me. I'm getting everything situated. See, my other vehicle, I could just put the GPS coordinates in right into the car and just go. But I got to do this a different way right now. So just give me a second. And I can't use the one on the app for a reason that I'm not going to share. Is my little trick that I got to use for this stuff to work. All right, it's only 4 minutes away for the first drop off, guys. So let's roll. Let's see. 4 minutes for the first drop off, and then we're gonna keep it going. Let's go. So I was just mentioning this guy. That's what I tell you about being a TI. Just like I mentioned the encounter that I had with TI, his DJ, and Tiny. You know, Tiny and TI, the rapper. The encounter that I had with them about 2 weeks ago in the city. I had a couple encounters with them in July down near Magic City and all that. But anyway, so what was I saying? Come on, get out of here. Anyway, so the guy him500, you know, he's a financial guy. You know, got real popular during the pandemic. And these people were oh man, hold on a sec. Hold on guys, I want to get adjusted a little more. So this guy, him 500, he has a his wife, her name is her 500. All right, her name is her 500, and she's like his partner in this whole, this financial guru stuff. And as I tell you guys, being a TI, there's a lot of people who know, people know who we are more than you think. We're on these little networks, we're on the dark web. It's stuff that we're on that we don't even realize that these people know about. The things that some of these people use to get rich, but we're getting used. It's being used to harm us though. But anyway, his wife, her 500, I kept bumping into her all of a sudden. Like, and it's very noticeable because she has a pink Bentley, right? She's riding the pink Bentley. It's up here in the Atlanta area where I live, right? So she's in this pink Bentley, and the tag and the license plate tag says her 500. That's the wife. His name is him 500, and she's her 500. Now, this is at a time, a few months back, right when I came into like, a little extra cash than I usually be rolling with, right? Some good fortune came around, and I took advantage of it, and I had some success. But I kept, all of a sudden, as I'm doing a little better financially, bank accounts looking a lot stronger, all of a sudden she's popping up. Now that could show, that could tell you a few things, right? You could just look at it on a spiritual side. Maybe she manifests money. They manifest money. They're into the financial stuff. They're the ones, they give out a lot of financial advice. All of those kind of things. They're all about that money. And at that time, there's a Mustang. They've been teasing me with a lot of Mustangs lately too. I knew they were gonna do that. I think that goes, there's a few ways I can look at it. They manifest money. They focus on money. I think this is it right here. Give me a second, guys. I think I'm at the right location. Let me make sure. Nah, I need to go to one a little further down. I'm almost there. Of course, every time I'm doing these deliveries, they got somebody behind me speeding, trying to be an asshole, like they're in such a rush, and I'm just moving so slow. But that's kind of like the theme with this, like I'm doing my delivery super slow and all. Get out of here. Right now, I'm moving a little bit slow. I mean, shit, you guys had me waiting for 6 hours to do this. Come on, get out of here. I'm probably tired. You know what I mean? All right, so it's one of these buildings that I'm gonna have to look for. It's not really, the GPS is not really correct. So, of course, I got to look for the building a little bit. I'm not complaining. I'm actually happy to be getting some work. Hopefully to continue. I mean? It's just not, yeah. But anyway, like I was saying about the people, her and him 500 of them, right? Well, it was just ironic that I kept running into her, right around the time when, my bank accounts is looking quite strong. So it just goes to tell a little bit about, like financial surveillance is one thing, you know what I'm saying? Also about attracting money or attracting whatever it is that you put your focus on. And, they seem to focus on, that money a lot, that particular couple. That's what they're about. Man, I cannot find this damn building, and the GPS is wrong. They do this all the time. A lot of times it's on purpose. But like I said, I'm not complaining. It's just part of it. I tell you, those of you TIs who do this stuff, I've been watching, I watch a lot of TI videos, and a lot of them do these deliveries also. And I mentioned earlier, I think that we signed something that opened us up to this stuff, because I don't know, man. Right around the time when I really started noticing my targeting, really picked up and went overt, was right around the time when I started, doing this stuff right here. You know what I mean? Like right before the pandemic, all that, those years, right around there, is right when I started noticing this. So, like I said, I don't know if, it has something to do with it, or we just, we signed these contracts to be harassed. I do not see this building. This is crazy. Let me see if they got a picture of it on a map. They love doing this kind of thing to kind of waste my time It always got to be the building that's hard to find with no numbers on it. All right, I guess that's it on that side of the street right there. All right. I don't know. Over there you would have, I think that's it. Let me check that number on there. If that's it, that's strange. Yeah, that's the building right there, but I don't know if... All right, I'm just gonna park over here. That's the building right there, guys. I found the building. All right. Yeah, they like to do stuff like this. Probably because I'm live too. Oh, here we go again. Here's the lodge, guys. There's the Mason Lodge right there in front of me. So it's right here next to the lodge. And there's the dog on the wall. It's over here somewhere. I was telling you. If you guys are in here, and I told you, here we go again. They sent me to the lodge. All right. I don't know. I mean, yeah. There you go. All right. So obviously the delivery is here at this hotel. So I'm gonna go into this hotel and make this drop. All right. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. Hope you guys are entertained. Hope you guys saw the lodge there. If you guys saw the lodge, hit 33 for me. If you guys saw the lodge and you know what I mean about what we're going through and why they sent me right back over here again. Every delivery that I'm getting, they're taking me past the Freemason Lodge. And here's a succession of cars mobbing. All right, guys, I'm just trying to get everything situated. I'm trying to work and do live, so just bear with me. I'm not gonna let you guys. I'm not gonna end my live now all of a sudden because they throw me one. Then I won't get another one for a long time. And then I have ended my live. So I'm gonna keep it going. Just bear with me. All right, so this one has a drink, right? Yeah. All right, so I gotta go take this food up to Keisha. Yeah, this is it. All right, so I gotta take this food up to Keisha, guys. Right next to the Freemason Lodge. Now, again, I don't have a problem with these people. It's just that I've become very acquainted with them now because of Gangstalking. I just never really paid them attention. I was indifferent. You know what I mean? I hear about it in the music. You know, it was popular. Talking about it, you know, last decade about the rappers being Masons and all of that. It was a popular thing. But, all right, guys, I got to get the room number because let me see if there's a room number. I'm not moving that fast, but obviously they don't really, I do, okay. She's at the front desk, so it's an employee over here. All right, so I'm gonna run this on inside real quick. That's the Mason Lodge right down there, guys. If you, that's the Mason Lodge down there. I ain't gonna keep putting them on a video. Now there's the police. That's what it's all about. Police, Masons. Man, we are just their world. We just living in it. All right. Ah, I got a little key. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's all 600. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Give me a second, guys. People must come here all the time with the same.
They do, yeah. Somebody last night did.
Thank you so much. Look at that. All right, I appreciate you going through all that. Thank you. All right, guys, so I'm going to drop this off. Keisha?
Yeah.
All right. Had a pen number for me there.
I don't know. Did I even put no pin on it?
Let me see. I think I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure.
Oh, 8914. They put one up.
8914.
Yeah.
Bike north.
Okay. All right, Keisha, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Can I go to the street this way?
Yeah, you sure can.
All right, thank you. What's the pin again? I'm sorry.
8914.
8914. All right, thank you. I don't want no problem. All right, guys. Now I got another one. I got to drop one more off, and then maybe we'll go back down to that nice water spot. Soon as I got to the water, there's the cough, there's the chessboard, the checkerboard, the Masonic checkerboard. These dudes, man, that's what I'm saying. There's just so many of them. I mean, that's not like the people you want to be going up against. That's a silent army for real, and they're in every aspect of society. All of them. You could have a clan member and a blood gang member, and they both will be from the same temple, damn near, or working together. When I was in Atlanta, I meant to show you guys how they got the 76 gas station next to two of the Masonic lodges. That's like right in between the areas where I live up there. There's the lodge. They got the Masonic temple, and they got the 76 gas stations right next to them in two different locations out in the Atlanta area. And I was gonna see if anybody was up on their Masonic stuff and knew why that is. If you understand Masonic teachings and all of that, you would know why those 76 gas stations are right. The brand is called 76, and why they got that number. If anybody knows, drop it in the comments. All right, now we got another one. They keep giving me the doubles out here, but I usually don't take them. But like I said, I got them on the grind right now. When you're on the grind, TIs, sometimes you gotta take a little bit of what you usually wouldn't. You can't be all high and mighty. Sometimes when you but what, it had a name called job application. Let me tell you something about that real quick. The live got cut when I was speaking about that last time. Somebody was said something about a job, or had a name as job application, which I think was kind of trolling. I'm gonna mention that. Well, I can still mention why I type here. Yeah, before I even got out here, I've already filled out multiple. I have an Indeed account that's been giving me job offers for the past year. That's in the field that I have, quite a few years of experience in. I've already threw out some job applications just like less than a week ago. What I was saying is, as a targeted individual, one thing that's definitely a disadvantage for us is being able to plan things out and do research, because it's always exposed. And that's, having exposure of your plans and what you're trying to do next is one of the worst things you can have. So you learn that, you got to be careful with your research and what you're looking for, and you got to conceal some things. And it causes you to not be able to fully research unless you've done the work, or you can afford to do the things to protect yourself, your information. We just can't really plan the same way everybody else does. Tall bot. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to, damn it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to put this address in while talking to you guys at the same time. But I think I can do it all. I think I could do both. You just got to be patient with me. Here we go. It's about 2.3 miles away. It's going to take me 7 minutes to get there. What I could do to help myself and help you guys is put this. I can put this thing.
Park Street, then turn left onto Park Street.
I can put this GPS up on my windshield, so I don't got to keep looking down at it. Trying to do it live and work and mess around and crash the car, and then I really compound my problems. Then I really start feeling like a TI with all the things that'll happen after that. So let me take some precautions here and put this GPS up on the windshield. Hope it don't fall off. Put it up here in a safe way. Work with me for a second, guys. I'm giving you raw footage of a TI in 2025. United States of America, in the American Southeast. Give me a second. I really wonder what you guys think about this Freemason lodge they keep sending me to. I haven't been able to see the comments. I'm very interested to see. So after I do the deliveries here, this delivery, I'm gonna go back up the comments and see what you guys had to say about that. But that's a running theme. They always do that with the Mason Lodge. The one in my neighborhood, they stopped doing it. They guess they were so used to me being there for so long. The Mason Lodge is like 3 minutes from my job. But they never really did too much sending me down there. They just basically just stopped everything altogether. They just like, man, whatever. Especially when I started working right there.
At the light, turn
They get to
left
know
onto
you.
Park Street.
That's one of the things about it. They get to know you, and so in some ways you can still have success staying in one place. Like my job was cool. Man, they were getting me for a good cheap, work, good cheap labor. As a TI, at the time I was taking what I was taking, but they worked with me and worked around my targeting for real. Maybe not even intentionally, but it was flexible enough for me to be there for 2 years, 2.5 years, 2 years. You know what I mean? To be there for 2 years straight, while being targeted. You know what I mean? It was while being targeted, it was definitely and the thing is, I can go back to my job. It's still open. If it all came down to it, the job is there, and they would prefer that I did come back. But you got to step away. If I didn't step away the moment that I did, I don't know if I ever would. I probably would have ended up in a sunken place, like a lot of the people who I see in that environment are fell in a sunken place that way. Probably never got stuck and was never able to leave. And they find themselves shuffling around there serving, for longer than they should. Because it can get very comfortable in Atlanta, Georgia, especially them suburbs right around Atlanta. It can get very comfortable for you with eating. It's an abundance, the smoke, whatever you want. Women, you can get very comfortable and complacent. And if you aren't on your right path, if you aren't following the right light,
2 lanes to turn left onto the ramp to I-10 West, Lake City.
You might, it's not what you want to do. So I'm just talking, guys. After this delivery, I'll be interacting with you guys. But it was something that I said, oh, okay.
2 lanes to turn left onto the ramp to I-10 West.
One thing I tell you is ironic with me being out here in Florida, the history, a lot of you might not know the history of Florida and Georgia, right? If you don't know, Florida, where I am right now, was a Spanish colony. The Spaniards had Florida initially, right? That's why so much Spanish here. It's a different vibe here. And it wasn't a slave state.
Continue for
right?
half a mile.
So there was a thing that the Spanish, they were kind of at odds with the English. So they said that if any slaves were to make it to Florida, you're free. And you can get you some land. You can get you a pretty low Indian woman or whatever. You know what I mean? If you're a slave, if you're a black person who has been enslaved by the English or whoever's enslaved you, if you can make it to Florida, you're free. So what the United States government did was they created a buffer state. They bought some land and called it Georgia. Look how that sun is shining. Only in Florida do I see it shine like that, boy. You see how you see those sun rays coming from those clouds? Damn, there's the police. Let me be careful. I'm fiddling with my phone.
In a quarter mile, use the second from the left lane to take exit 361 for US 17 South Florida 228 toward Nos Jacks.
There's the fuzz. All right, let me be careful. I tell you what, the police did something for me.
Use the second from the left lane to take exit 361.
Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, this is it. The police did something for me last time I was in Florida that I'll never forget. I can't say what it is publicly, but they kind of all right with me here. Down in South Florida, I don't know about them. See, speed delivery. I'm doing it live, and he knows it. So he's told to jump like a maniac, like he's in such a rush with his little Ford hatchback. He's in such a rush to go eat that Wingstop. I'm just in his way. He just got to get me to move. He's in a red car. I'm just in his way. He just got to move. Now he's just driving normal. They do that all the time, every delivery. They don't like that I'm live anyway. That's one thing. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, no, I was telling you guys a story about something. I was telling you about Florida. So, yeah, they were saying that so the Spaniards said, the Spanish said, any black person who's been enslaved, if they make it to Florida, they'll have freedom. They'll be protected. You can get land. You get you a beautiful Indian wife. You know what I mean? And probably get a rifle or something. All right. So the United States government created Georgia as a buffer state, as a slave catching state, to catch slaves so they can't, get over to Florida. So they own all that land. They can police it. They ain't got you got those hound dogs. Everybody, I knew that was gonna fall. Shit. Phone fell, guys. It has, this cheap windshield that I'm using now. This GPS never fell off. This thing never fell off my old window, the other windshield in the Mustang. This thing falls off every time I use it on this cheap windshield right here. So Chevy needs to step up their windshield glass seriously. All right, I'm going to have to hold it for the next 2 minutes now. All right, so anyway, yeah, that's the history though. So Florida has always had a different vibe.
The light, turn right onto Edgewood Avenue
It's
South.
always had a different vibe, and it goes back early on to the inception of this country. Like I said, this state was a free state, and they had to also come over and get a rifle, and they had to be able to, any land that they would give them, they had to be able to agree to protect it from the Indians and natives if they came across. And they also joined with native tribes and called the Seminoles. They had the Seminoles down here, and I took you guys to that tribe. Shit, hold on a second. They said the third exit. I don't know if this is right. That damn GPS failed. See, there's always somebody right there just in the way, so you can't kind of ponder and see what you're doing. There's just somebody there. They're waiting. You're in their way. They're in your way. They just got to clog up the space. That's all part of it. You know what I mean? Just to add on to a little bit of course, I should have known that was my turn. A lot of times I don't even gotta look. As long as all I gotta do is see where there's somebody coming out. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to be, because they're there to jam it up. You know what I mean? So let's see. Yep. Okay, I gotta go below further, I think. But I like that truck. But that's the thing about Florida. Yeah, it was always that kind of thing. So me feeling that way, that I feel like the way I was feeling about certain things in Georgia compared to Florida, they're not all that. They're not completely different. Same gang stalk. It's a different energy. You're still getting gang stalk, but I'm telling you, man, it's a different energy. There's a bit of a different energy behind the gang stalk. I got to put the phone down for a second, guys. Give me a minute. This GPS is kind of confusing. Just give me a minute.
In 50 feet at the traffic circle, take the 4th exit and stay on Plymouth
And see, stuff like this, guys, I'm going through this little turnabout, and the GPS is off a little bit. It's all supposed to play on the fact that I'm on my phone doing
feet, your
the fact that
will be on the left.
I'm on my phone, I'm doing a live. It has to be, it's a little confusing. Not that it's a big deal. I'm just mentioning the fact of it. That's just part of the game that they play. Oh, and the second thing is, this is the exact same route as my last delivery that I did. I came down the same way. They sent me to the lodge, and then they sent me on another one right over here, the same route that I'm going. All the same. All this is controlled. These are all lodge members or whatever that I'm delivering to, or whatever the case may be. I don't get to do a regular, regular delivery, like everybody else. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm getting ready to put my Bluetooth back in. That'll probably be a lot better.
Your destination is on the left.
All right, 1164. All right. All right, I passed it. Give me a second. Matter of fact, I can grab my phone now. Look at the artwork. All right, guys, I found the address. I just got to turn around. It's a pretty nice neighborhood here, but you can just kind of tell, they just don't have the money. This is not a wealthier city like the next one that I'll be in, and I'm pretty sure business will probably pick up where I'm going. But you can just tell with the houses and the neighborhoods and stuff smaller. It's just not the same, kind of wealth just in the area like that. Like I said, I'm not gonna be too surprised if business is not booming. But some places where that the money is there, they're just playing with you with a TI. All right, here it is, right here, nice and easy to find. All right, let me see if I gotta hand it to them or if I gotta. They got a lot of artwork on the walls out here, a lot of murals. I noticed. All right, let me see. Give me a minute. Okay, this is the one that I gotta leave at the door. All right. Of course, somebody's coming behind me. Of course, and they're honking the horn. As soon as they pull up, they honk the horn. Oh, this is part of the program. Agitation, irritation, right there. All right, I ain't moving no more. You gotta work with that. Go around. They can't just figure out they gotta go around. All right, they're just so agitated. There's such a rush. And she comes and smiles, and she has the same car as she has the same car as the person I was just speaking about who owns the business where I've been working for the past few years. And there's another car behind me. It's just the hottest spot. It's just the hottest spot in town right now. Everybody in the neighborhood is coming out right now at this moment. I'm on this little block with this little space, all right? The person's looking out the window. Oh, all right. No? Are you Vivian? What's your name? Oh, I don't have Maria at all. No. This is 1164. Yeah. I had two orders and one of them was Keisha and this is Vivian. And it says Vivian in my phone also. And it came here. Okay. You sure? Okay, take care. All right. All right, this is actually the correct joint right here, but I know why they did that. I know why they did that. Um, I know why they did that. I'm not gonna say why, but I do know why they did that. And when they do stuff like that, I would love to eat this food, right? But as a TI, you just don't feel comfortable, because you know that was all set up. And they signed the games. I'm just gonna have to give me a second, guys. I'm done now. Let me just finish this off, and then we'll go back down to the water. Oh man, I know why they did that. I get the. Uh oh. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to get my phone. I'm trying to finalize this. My phone fell off the windshield. It looks like it's acting a little weird now. Let's see if it. I hope it's not damaged. It should be all right. This is the one that almost got lost last night. Remember the angel showed up and she was drinking. So she has some spirits in her, but she must have a good karma, a good vibe, and a good spirit because look, now they're leaving. That's her right there. Let me get out the way. That's them right there. Let me move out of the way. Okay, give me a second. Let you guys look at this mirror real quick. I still haven't finalized this joint. It'll probably be a while. Who knows? I ain't gonna say that. Damn, now I can't finalize it. I can't get out of here. All right, here we go. I'm just making sure that was the correct address before I end this. I'm having problems with the app. This is crazy. Phone hacking. I'm pretty sure this is phone hacking. Messing around with my phone. And even the reason why they just did that is having something to do with phone hacking and banning my phone. I'm not going to go into detail as to why, but just it's something that I recently seen, and they were trying to kind of mimic something, basically that they were able to see in my phone. And then and just have you know, it's not even something that's online on my phone either. So just know that the hacking and the surveillance is beyond anything you guys can ever imagine. and that was just a whole prank. I told you none of these orders are real people that are just ordering their food genuinely, and I'm just delivering stuff. None of my orders have really ever been that way. It's always been some kind of, I call them like pranks or whatever. Them sending me some kind of message, teasing or antagonizing or trying to humiliate. It's always just under their control, where there's like no real orders. There's no real work to be done. So look, here we go again. The app it just disappeared on me again. It just keeps disappearing. I'm trying to I'm just trying to finalize this real quick. I'm just having the worst time. The people who I was trying to deliver to literally just drove off in that car down there. They're gone. They all just got in the car and drove off, and I'm still sitting here trying to close this order out. And just give me a second. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this live. As a matter of fact, if you guys just want to wait a minute, I'm having a little bit of trouble. All right, guys, it's gonna be a little quiet for a minute, okay? I gotta adjust something real quick. So give me a minute, guys. All right, guys, I'm back in action. I just had to try something else with that delivery. There was another. It was more to that particular house. It was more to the side, so I was able to find something. I left it there. So I don't want to keep the food because I'm not gonna eat it. All right, I'm sweating a little bit. I was outside just for that little bit of time, and I'm sweating. All right, so I just got an offer. I'm getting a few offers, so I'm gonna stay in this little area right here. I'm not gonna drive back to the water right now. I'm gonna park over here and I'm gonna read the comments if you guys still want to talk. So yeah, let me just pull. Let me find a spot to pull over, and I get into the comments while I wait for my next one. He said I missed one. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me just find a place. Let's just park right here. How's that? You guys can see some gangstalking going on. It's a pretty lively environment. Man, I kind of start sweating right there a little bit. Oh, this thing is sending me deliveries and it's so low I didn't even hear it. I decline that. All right, let me see what we got. I'm gonna start from the bottom I'm gonna start from the newest all the way on. I'm gonna just go on up. All right, so that beep is gonna stop in a minute. Let me drink something. It says those sun rays are yours in the sunshine state of mind. Moon, sun, money, the only one that can see is owner, thinker of all these things. No doubt about it. So, yeah, if you guys are still here, somebody hit 27. Let me know. I don't know if it's still live or not, but I did mention the sunshine, the sun rays, but that was a little while ago, so I don't know if it stopped at that point or what. But somebody, if you guys are here and we're still live, somebody hit 27. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that, Ricardo. Yeah, safety first, no doubt. Definitely got to grind. Okay, so Ruel Gautierrez says, spread them. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Anybody gonna spread it for real? Ruel? Okay, 33. Okay, yeah, you understood. Let's see. Where's the beer? Yeah, can't drink and drive. Don't want to do that. You don't want a DUI. That's one thing you don't want. Talk about gangstalking. I bet you they gangstalk people with DUIs because they're dangerous. How many do they gangstalk them, follow them to the bars and stuff like that, making sure they don't drink and drive? That's the real danger to the community. Somebody drinking and getting out on the road, putting everybody at risk. Oh, that's funny, and that's the thing that I was thinking about, right? Yeah, I'll mention that at a different time. Let's see. Kingsley Akajabi says, "Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Can you go to the store? What do you mean? What store would you like me to go to? You guys send me some cash app, and I'll go to the store. I'm getting a little hungry anyway. Hit me with a cash app. I could definitely use it right now. Let's see what we got going on here. I said Wealthy and Wise said Gang Stalkers music. You heard some music from the Gang Stalkers? Where were we? Oh, I think when we were in the yeah, when I was at the bar by the hotel. I'm assuming. I hate this song. Yeah, you guys weren't feeling that song. What song was it? I don't remember. I was trying to find the delivery, but what song was it? I don't even remember. But I know it was something that I did recognize, but I don't remember what it was. What are you going to order? I didn't order anything. Look up says get the cleanse in that red bottle of GNC. Yeah, I don't trust those cleansers anyway. People say they use them, they have success. I never tried. Back in my smoking days, I just avoided any situation that I needed to take a drug test, and that's just not good for somebody that was being college educated, and that it just doesn't go together. I just made some decisions that were poor, but just had some bad examples. We were kids growing up, but yeah, I just didn't do anything where I needed to take a drug test. I just avoided it so I could smoke. Coming up, the things you do. But I kind of can see the difference a little bit of a place where where it is legalized and it's just so free flowing. Just like with alcohol, people just gonna abuse it to the extent where um, they're abusing it. So now it's not working for you the way you would want. I wonder if my Bluetooth is on. Let's see. Germany says good morning from Vietnam. Wow, wow, wow. Good morning, Vietnam. Are you in Vietnam? I want to come out to the Asian Southeast. I'm trying to get this money together, but I want to come out there. I know that they say the thing about it is the flight is the thing is expensive, but once you get out there, the prices are right, good prices on everything. I want to get out there. They just recriminalized marijuana in Thailand, by the way. Thailand, they had straight up legalized weed around the pandemic time. A lot of these countries loosened up on a lot of things during the pandemic days, and now they're starting to tighten up again. Um, as they've recovered from the pandemic issues. So, well, Thailand for the past 5 years, marijuana was legal. Everybody had all kinds of weed shops all over the place. Everywhere you go, it was more weed shops than anything. You go in there, you get the good stuff, all different strands, and it was just legal and cheap. And then just recently, this year, they just recriminalized it again. So now they got all those people addicted to it, used to it, feeling fine, and all of a sudden now they just yank it from them again, just that quick. Like, what's up, man? They say, well, see, that's what they do, right? They see what people do when they need a little money. They might go do. They're gonna sell some weed. That's their country, right? But they're still just like a crew, a gang, right? They need to make some money, so they go sell some weed for about 5 years, legalize it because they own the country. It's theirs, so they do what they want. Who's gonna arrest them? Sell some weed for 5 years, get their money up, and then shut it down and act like it's a bad thing again and criminalize it. Now as a TI, some TIs is like, go hustle, right? Make some money. I can't do these little gigs. I can't work. I can't get a job 9 to 5. Let me go hustle a little bit and sell a little, right? You're gonna go to jail as a TI trying to do that. You're under surveillance. There's absolutely no way you can do anything illegal and they not know about it. They've stripped away all our privacy and anonymity whatsoever. So anything we're doing, especially stuff like that, they're gonna know about it. You see the difference? We can't just do that. So you got to sit here and sit on a damn app all day. Again, I'm not gonna do this forever. I'm gonna get a job again. I'm like I said, I'm just relocating and moving around, working on some things. But I need this bread right now, though. Like I said, I'm still on the hook for these bills. I still got a $150 storage unit back in Atlanta. I didn't have enough time in this to move it out of that space into a cheaper one that while I was gone. So I'm still stuck in that space while I'm gone. I still got to pay for my car. Still, you know what I mean? So got to keep pushing. And now, like I said, I've been on since 11 a.m. guys. It's 7 o'clock right now, and I made that last one. So I made about not even $30. This is crazy, crazy. It says, yeah, if they made weed legal, they probably put some poison in it. I don't trust them. Yeah, most people have been saying that, Ricardo, for a while. They don't trust illegal weed, the GMO weed. Here in Florida and Georgia, they have something. They sell THC, like pre rolls and all that. I've been using that for the past few years. I was introduced to it here in Florida back in 2022. It's helped me out a lot over the years, keeping me calm, helping me deal with the targeting. Even like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, well, I haven't bought anything since I've been out here, but this is where I was. This is where I discovered it. It works for me because you're not super high. It's kind of like a buzz, like mid level, and it's legal, so you don't got to worry about it being a TI, being out here trying to, places that are still illegal, trying to buy it and get yourself arrested, or you're getting yourself targeted worse because you're dealing with people that's dealing with crime, and they can put you on the crime watch thing as it's just like it's just too much to be wanting to to have deal with any kind of illegal substances while you're being targeted. So luckily, they at least have that. They pretty much outlawed the good stuff though recently in Georgia. I don't know about here in Florida, but the best legal weed that they had, they criminalized it a few months ago. So they took it out of all of the stores. Yeah, probably I think back in October or something like that. Uh, let's see. Can you get me a card? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Robert says, ding. Okay, 27. Okay, that's when you guys wanted to keep going. Okay, so I'm going to get back down. I caught up then. It says, hello, says, why are you targeted? I don't know why I'm targeted. I just think that I have a few theories that I've spoken about many times. I'll just briefly just say, like, I just think that it was, well, I'd say this. Today, they're trying to give me the impression that I'm being targeted with something having to do with my ex-wife. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, they sent me down to this Freemason lodge a couple times that has a building right next to it with her name on it. Um, So, maybe those kind of things to me are clearly messaging, ways to, send me a message or to say something. So, but the way these people lie and try to deceive and use deception, who knows? It could just be trying to throw you off the scent. These people's jobs who do this stuff, who plan this out, they literally get paid and support themselves and their family by sitting back and devising mind games and mind fucks and things like that for people to play games in people's minds. That's what they spend their work days doing. Like me, I'm out here spending a work day scraping for pennies around town, trying to survive. But their job is to sit back in an air-conditioned office somewhere behind computers and things like that, or in police cars with the air condition paid for by the department and computers, and harass me and completely just play games with me and redirect me and sabotage, and that's their job. So they got hours and time and days, to sit back and just think about ways to play mind games with you. You get what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. They're not busy like living life, and that's their job. When they're working, that's when they're engaging with sabotaging and messing around with us. That's when they're working. And then they get off that shift and somebody else comes and does the same thing. They leave and forget about it. They do their shift, they do their jobs, and sending people around doing all this shit to us. And then they go home to their family and kiss their kids and go have a happy, jolly old time at home, like they haven't just been out all day directing this bullshit. This is my opinion about Gangstalking. I know other people have more of a spiritual thought about it, but I'm just going off of the physical out here. The people that are actually doing this stuff like manually with their hands, you know. So they just spend their day all day directing people around to harass and oppress and suppress and watch and surveil, and just go home to the gated community and hide, with their family, and make sure their family is protected from the evils that they're putting on everyone else. And that's something that I was thinking about. Like I want to get into doing movie shorts, right? I want to get into do. I was out, in the city of Atlanta working, and I remember, it was frustrating. They had the little new driverless cars out there, not getting business. And I remember, I was working and I was kind of like speeding, trying to get to not speeding, but it's going a little faster than I should. Trying to get to a location to pick somebody up. And I remember, thinking like I'm speeding like this because these people are playing games. It's getting late. They keep canceling. They're doing all this shit. Doing stuff. I'm speeding for a reason at that time, trying to catch up to do something. And I noticed every time that I would have somebody in the car, and if I do anything and make any mistakes while driving, like anything in the car that you can make any kind of mistake, you make, they would they just sent the little Mustang go past, and they're gonna send a honey dip, at least the one they're gonna send some honey pots in front of me. They just sent the Mustang that I had, that I can't have right now because it has a recall. Anyway, that's getting maintenance, but they had a Mustang go by. Then they have the chick that I guess I'm supposed to look at because she has a curvy body or whatever, and she comes off and lights the lights off. Now, like I told you guys, when I was in the car, they seemed so jealous of in the program, they made sure to keep all women away from me. Now, as you're seeing, as I'm showing you in this camera, all of a sudden now everywhere I go, there's women around. I'm because I guess now I'm supposed to feel like I'm sitting in a car that's not appealing. It doesn't matter what you're sitting in. I could be in a Bentley. As a target individual, it's the same shit. That's why it doesn't matter getting fresh and fly and buying nothing and thinking that's gonna make you, because once you're a TI, you don't get that chance. You don't get that opportunity to freshly meet somebody and just get to know somebody, they get to know you, and you build. No, they already are coming in it with some fuck shit because of these little secret societies that are out here destroying that make sure to keep society, at a low vibration. So you don't get to do that. You don't get to just meet somebody and just be your authentic self. You can change. You can be somebody new. You can be somebody better. They don't allow those things. You need to be what they are creating a narrative for you to be. They are in control. They control who you date. They control when you can have sex, who you have sex with. It's their world. It's their earth, and and we're just here to live in it because they are secret society members, and they're better than us. They're smarter. They're better connected. They're better funded, right? They got the sense of they got a cloak of respectability, right? So we're losing because of that. So anyway, let me get into the comments a little more here. So when you said why with my target, I just don't know. I don't know the exact reason, but the way they've been going really hard recently is they're trying to give me they're trying to insinuate that it has something to do with my ex-wife, my last relationship that lasted for about 10 years, but it's been over now for 5 years. See how long? That's a whole 15-year thing. You know what I mean? It all started in like 2011, and ended around 2001 officially. That's 10 years. You know what I mean? And then, but I, yeah, but I've been gone, estranged from there since 2020. That's 5 years ago. But they're still like running with the same theme. Like that's it's so old, but that's the reason they try to give me. So other than that, I can't imagine any other reason other than somebody just being jealous and envious and just wanting to see me suffer and have a hard life and have a hard struggle. That's it. You know, it's not like I was drug addicted. I was involved in a bunch of crime and living a certain lifestyle like that. I wasn't a whistleblower. You know, I wasn't a member of any kind of secret society, and I divulged any secrets or left some kind of organization. None of that. It's just, you know, I think somebody just, hey man, this guy doesn't have any baby mamas, no child support, no felonies, no illnesses, no diseases, no mental illnesses. This guy doesn't have these issues. He's living a clean life for the most part, and he's a little too free for our taste. You know what I mean? We don't have any real dirt on this guy. We need to do something. So something like that is easy to just say, well, Gangstalking will do. That'll do it. That'll teach him to be so damn upright. He's not even in the church. He's not even like under a religious doctrine. He's not even, you know, getting down on his knees and praying to Allah 5 times a day, and he's still living clean like this. What is driving this guy? Why is he not like us? You get what I'm saying? Well, we gotta figure it out. We're gonna find some dirt. We're gonna get something on him. You know, then they'll go digging into your life, right? And then they'll find something that they can probably over exaggerate, something that they can, you know, kind of embellish and use that as the reason to have you targeted and followed around and labeled and all this other shit. They got to get something on you. And if you don't give them something to get on you, they'll create something for you, right? But you don't get to walk around with a cloak of respectability and dignity if you're not initiated. All right. I am better than all of them, and they know it. Welcome in, Makimba. Welcome in. Good to see you. As you see, guys, I'm still sitting here with no deliveries. We're getting towards dinner time, and you know they gave me that one, and you know, one and done. I guess I get ready to go back to the water before it gets dark. That water probably will look pretty nice during the sunset. Hey, listen, guys, if you guys want me to go back, drive back down near the water, and we can kind of watch the sun set over there, which is kind of a sad sunset because I'm getting closer and closer to a big bill that I got to cover. But that's a day loss. I just sat around here all day long and get $30. You know what I mean? So hopefully the night will get better, but I just don't. The way it's looking, you know, I don't know, man. You know, this isn't the city to be in. I guess they just don't got it like that, or you know. But I just really think it's the targeting because even neighborhoods, these kind of places, these people usually spend money on food deliveries and you know stuff like that. That's anyway. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Anybody out there can donate. I'm giving you guys a lot of time. I'm giving you a lot of access. You know, I appreciate you, Corey. I appreciate you, Kimberly. Um, but anybody that can donate, anybody that can help out, if anybody in here can post my Cash App, somebody did that for me yesterday. I can't do it on here, but if you can pin my Cash App, especially one of my mods, if you it's matter of fact, I'll show it. That's what I did yesterday, and I had a mod. I showed it, and I had a mod that was able to uh, put it up for me. So I'm gonna flash my Cash App real quick, guys. You know, definitely you can see what I'm going through. I am doing this to kind of not just sit here alone stewing. I got someone to talk to. I'm just not sitting here solo, isolated, and being like shadow banned out. But I'm also, you know, sharing my story on this platform to teach, to help you guys to see what it's like, so you can really get an insight of a TI's life. And you know damn well some of you guys are perps, some of you guys are from these organizations, and you're getting all this free access to me, so you can you write your little dissertations, or you can do your little assignments and your experimentation sitting here watching a real TI. You know this is rare that you get a real TI. You got a lot of these fakes on here yapping their mouths all day, but you know it's rare to get a real TI on here talking. Here's another black woman. She shows up right here with the dog on a leash. Her high beams pointing over here at me. Anyway, not high beams, but hazards. But you guys know you're getting a chance. Don't front. You're getting a chance to see a real deal TI here. You know I'm the real one. Those of you who do the studying and work in these organizations and institutions and law enforcement agencies, and you guys know I'm the real one. So stop playing and drop something in my collection cup. You guys know what you're doing to me out here, and you know it's unfair, and I don't deserve it. So drop something off in that plate. Have some humanity. I mean, do you really want to see me in under the bridge eating out of the trash can that bad? Come on now. I haven't done shit to deserve this stuff, so look out for me. All right, I'm about to. Here's the Cash App, guys. I'm gonna flash the Cash App. Guys have been hanging out in here consistently with me. You see, I'm getting shorted out here. I can't make any bread. I'm in a different state. It's kind of. So yeah, somebody bless me. It'll all be over as far as needing these Cash Apps in a few days. I just got to cover this bill. I'm almost at my goal, but I just got to I'm getting there. I hope you guys can see it. It's not really this time of day is kind of blurry-ish. There it is. All right, so if anybody wants to, I'm out here, it's hot as hell. Got to waste all this air conditioning, sitting in the car, burning up my battery. This car is old as hell. It has 105,000 miles on it, so the battery is not that strong. So I'm losing battery, burning up this Florida sun. Y'all saw those sun rays coming down from those clouds. You don't see that everywhere. You only see that on places when you're down by the equator. All right, so look out for a real TI. Okay, we're spending a lot of time here. I'm giving you guys a lot of insight. I'm talking until my last night I spoke to you guys until my voice went out. After it's driving on the road for about 16 hours and going through a stressful event. So yeah, look out for me. But those of you who've done so, Kimberly, Corey, hey, God bless you. I really appreciate that. With anybody else who can help out in a good situation right now, I definitely would appreciate that. Hey, okay, a day in the life. Hey, I appreciate you. I'm gonna mod you up real quick. I appreciate you doing that. You're a regular. You're a real one. You hear a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely mod you up. I appreciate that. So another dog walker, stalker. Oh, but like I was saying, guys, I don't see it here. Let me see if I missed it. I'm missing some of your comments. I think these 27s are from when I said, yeah, I want to read this stuff. I think these 27s are from when I asked, did you guys want me to go back by the water? Okay, so I'll ask again because I'm a little confused. I was trying to get that Cash App. So listen, if you guys want to ride back over by the water, it's probably about a 6-7 minute ride. And you want me to ride back over by the water and see if we'll be stuck there until the sunset and we can get a good look at it, let me know. Hit the 27 for me and I'll ride on over. Dime Store Trophy said, be safe out there, sir. Yes, indeed. Always trying to be as safe as possible. I really need to, absolutely. Everybody needs to definitely be safe. I appreciate you for putting that there. Let me see. I'm going to pin it. That's what you're supposed to do. My pin it. Boom. All right. Yeah, that's how you do it. I'm learning. Okay. Okay, I got a 27. Let me get one more 27. Give me a consensus, guys. You guys want me to ride back over to the water? That was a really nice dock with a great view. Can you imagine that sunset? All right, there's my next 27. All right, then. Let's head on back over to the water. Let me put it in a GPS because I still don't really know my way around this city yet. This is only I haven't even been here for 24 hours yet. So, but when you do this kind of a job, you learn the city. but it takes longer because we're using GPS. Can you imagine being back in the day for some of you young people before we had GPS? How we used to get around, how we used to do directions and all that. We used to use MapQuest and brain power. Can you imagine that? All right, let's get back over there to where all the restaurants are. One thing about out here in Florida, like this is a lot of mixed neighborhoods. You don't see this as much in you don't see this as much in the Atlanta, Georgia area. The neighborhoods aren't as mixed. Everybody's kind of sectioned off, in their own areas. And I've been sitting here, I just see white women strolling up and down, black women walking dogs, both around the same age. You rarely see that as a black woman, African American woman, and a white woman around the same age in the same neighborhood. But this looks like it might be one of those gentrification neighborhoods, but I could be wrong. But the mixtures that I've been seeing walk around here, I'm just not used to seeing it. Okay, the water is about 9 minutes away, guys. So let's take this ride. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. I'm gonna put the GPS up in the window again, so I gotta be dealing with it and hold my phone and be safe. I'm gonna be a safe YouTube streamer. Yeah, look at that. There's a white teenage guy. It's a very like diverse area. You don't see it as much like this in Atlanta. I'm telling you, man, it's really like it's definitely a little more sectioned off. Where most people live amongst, their own people, And I'm not saying that either way is good or bad. I'm just saying that I noticed that there is definitely I can feel a difference. Yeah. All right, I'm getting a good feel for the area. All right, guys, I'm putting my GPS up on my window so we can do this safe. Last thing I need to do is be crashing on live, and I'm not even monetized yet, and I crash doing a live. That'll be the biggest bonehead move. I probably would just never get online again. Now, let me not say that. That crash on purpose is to shut me up. I'll never stop going online as long as I'm being gangster. All right? Let me get that straight. Ah, shit. See, man, this cheap-ass windshield, man, it fell out again. Give me a second, guys. This windshield must be cheap glass. It never fell out the Mustang. I got this thing this holder when I had the Mustang, and it never fell out the window. This joint is falling off every time now. Every time. Ah, all right. I didn't know they had cheap windshield glass. Who would have know? Who would have thought? Why doesn't it like this windshield? I'm going to put a cushion down so if it falls again, it won't fall on nothing too hard. You know what I mean? Last thing I need is this phone to crash, the screen to crack. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to pull out of here in a minute. I'm just trying to make sure this joint is up in the window right. So now my screen is not responding. Every time I drop it, the screen won't respond. So just hold on for a minute. Sorry about the dark screen. Matter of fact, let me just pull this up. I don't want to do that. Let me try to be a little more professional here. Maybe YouTube will let me monetize this joint. Man, now I got to close out every app, I guess. Now it won't let me do it. It's because it fell out of the window. All right, hold on. I can't believe they gave me this car. It could be worse. I could be walking, but, you know. You laugh all loud. You said that would suck. Yeah, it would suck. I'm sure a lot of the perps in here would have a good chuckle if that would have happened. That'll be the highlight of a perps day to see a crash out like that happen. All right, it fell off again. All right, I'm gonna have to just kind of. Man, this sucks. I'm just gonna put it down here in and then the cup holders are so small on this little car. I can't even fit my phone in a cup holder to use my GPS right there. I got it. It's cool the way I got it. I just do it like this. This tiny little car, man. There's no reason for this shit. I can see if I needed, they could have. Anyway. All right, guys. Let's go to guys. I'm not reading the comments again. In 800 feet, Alright, so I gotta and if you notice, I'm pretty much riding. I don't have any I don't ride with music because you get copyrights and things like that. So that's why I just silent. Maybe I need to rap, get a little soundtrack, Gangstalking soundtrack. It's a girl named Kayla K has a really good Gangstalking song. It's called Gangstalking, and she really breaks it down. I mean, the song is definitely a hit. This little part right here reminds me of Hollywood, Florida. That's where I need to be. This reminds me of Hollywood, Florida. If anybody's ever been, this little area right here, this whole little neighborhood reminds me of really the whole city of right here. Reminds me. It reminds me of. I haven't even mentioned what city I was in, and that's actually intentional. If anybody knows the city I'm in, that's cool, but I'm not gonna say it. But you can just see. I'm in Florida. I'm in one of the major cities of Florida. If you know, you know. But I'm not gonna say. But in pretty short minute, you are smart enough to figure it out. But I'm definitely in Florida. All right, guys. Yes, like I said, I gotta ride. See, it's always somebody just speeding on up. Wherever I'm coming, they just in a vigorous rush. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm doing the deliveries, where I'm looking for the address, I just happen to have somebody behind me. They're just in a hellish rush. They're getting ready to piss in the pants or something, right? Look at this, like behind me. I gotta get over. And just such a rush. They just speed. They just gotta hurry up. All white cars too, in front of me and behind me. White cars. All right, guys. We're about 7 minutes away from the water. All right. We got a whole trail of cars behind the whole caravan. They need to go home and order some food. They need to go home, sit down and watch a ball game and order some food, right? Shit. I gotta get to one of the rich cities, man. Not yet. I had to stop the trip, man. I gotta get a new tire before I continue on in my journey in in Florida. But I take a little pit stop. I gotta hustle a little bit out here in this city, and then we'll move on. I gotta move, man. TIs just gotta keep going. We can't sit down. We can't stop because the moment that we stop, it's over. That's the way it's set up. It'll be very easy to fall into a pit as a TI. Use the right lane to merge onto I-10 East, then use the right lane to take exit 362. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's always a speeding up behind me. There's always. It's such a rush when they're right there. Like, it's such an urgency. They always doing it. Speeding past my left window. Even in the Mustang when I'm going fast, you know? Use the right lane to take exit 362. Alright. White cars all up here. You see the white cars, guys? You see the white light cars all right here? Continue for half a mile. Alright. Which one? So urgency. Look at that city. In half a mile, use the right lane to take exit 352A for Forest Street toward US 17, Florida 220. All right. A lot of traffic on this highway for what's today? Sunday, right? Use the right lane to take exit 352A. A lot of traffic out here on this highway. A lot of these are mobbers, gang mobbers, flash mobbing. I got the GPS on and on my route, so the AI sends out more cars than usual on my route just to mob it, make it intense. You know what I mean? So especially since I'm live too, you know, they don't. So I'm distracted a little bit because I'm live. So the more volume, the more cars around, the more chance that a mistake can happen. More speed, the speeding past me, the urgent, more opportunity. They know I'm live can cause an accident, right? Cause some kind of calamity. A Charlie Brown moment is what I call it. You know, that's what they're doing. So that's why they just send them right there. The AI can do that. They know my route. I'm using the GPS on my phone instead of in my car because This is a cheaper card. I don't even think it even has that kind of a GPS. So I'm using my phone, and they're on my phone. So they're gonna just send a flash mob for that little stretch of highway that I was on. All right. So let's see. We are 4 minutes away from the water, guys, and we got a sunset that I believe is gonna be one to see. I better stop saying that because as soon as the sunset is coming, they're gonna send a. They're gonna look at that plane that's up there amongst those clouds and those rays of sun. Can you see them? Sorry if you can't see it. It's right there. It's not coming out. It's a plane up there, right there amongst all of that. That's why some people feel like they're God because they're up there amongst that doing shit like that. I just see them with a. Look at those rays. Those rays are shooting out of those clouds, man. I mean, it's not a. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful state. This is the second time that we got the green light. I'm gonna have to bust a move. I ain't doing this, but I think they're about to start playing the late games with me, guys. And this car doesn't even steer right. It has a steering issue. Yeah, they really screwed me over. Yeah. All right, we getting there. We getting there. We gotta see this. We gotta get to this sunset on the water. Too bad I can't. I've been working all day. I should be getting ready to go to the sunset on the water with a glass of champagne, or a glass of wine, or a beer.
Head north on Margaret Street.
I should be able to get ready to run up here with a beer and enjoy the sunset, you know. But instead, I gotta work all day and night.
Continue for half a mile.
What the hell is happening here? But instead, I gotta work all day and night, and been working all day and made no money. The GPS threw me back on the highway with the idiots. All right. Sorry about this, guys.
Keep right to continue on exit 352B. Follow signs for Forsyth Street Convention Center.
My GPS is doing something weird. I can't put it up in the window, and I think the position that it's landing is throwing off the angle. Just give me a minute, guys. We're gonna get to the water in a minute, and I can read the comments because I'll be able to see because the sun is down. All right.
Continue on
It's
Forsyth
gonna take us
Street
5 minutes this time. No flash mob that time because they didn't expect me to be on the highway. See that? Alright. Yeah. It's a nice looking city. What you guys think? It's a very historic city. Andrew Jackson. That's who it's named after. Look him up. He was a president. Jackson is on the, if I'm not mistaken, the $20 bill. Andrew Jackson. This who this place is named after. Again, I gave you a hint of where I am. How you guys like this mural? A lot of murals. A lot of murals. Look at that. See how this looks? Look at that guy right here.
In 1,000 feet, use the right lane to turn right.
She was sitting there. You see her face? She was sitting there looking sad, down and out with her suitcase. You see that, right? It's probably a TI and didn't catch on quick enough. A lot of people like that out here I'm seeing just
at the light, use right lane to turn right onto North Jefferson Street.
Down and out. Are you guys still in here? No one's commenting. You guys can chat amongst yourselves too, you know. Is this the dead internet theory? Are there only bots left or are people in here? Let me know, guys. We're almost at the water. You know? You don't want to miss it. We're 2 minutes away from the location. This architecture is really nice, man. They put this city together really nice, didn't they? The palm trees really just accentuate everything.
Use the right lane to continue on Riverside Avenue.
It just accentuates the beauty, and I can tell you that architecture is just yeah, man. It did well here. They put it together. I can't believe they don't have a gang stalking message on the tag. I'm looking for one. Let me see. I don't see one there. No, I don't see one. Usually there always be a 27 in front of me. Here in Florida is where they would always do the Q. Always do the Q. You know what I mean? That's what I noticed. And early on was the Qs and the 27s when I was in Florida. I was shocked right there. That wasn't a gang stalking tag that I recognized. You know, I rarely ever would see that in Georgia. They make sure every time it's plastered. Even this one doesn't have a gang stalking tag, and it's right here. It's close to me. Maybe they just aren't used to me being here yet. I haven't been here for 24 hours yet. You know, I just left Georgia. I was there for 3 years, so they had everything mapped out. All right, guys. This is actually my turn. I gotta make my turn right here. I'm gonna let this person go. They're taking their time, so maybe I can do it. Yeah, maybe this is not my turn, actually. I don't think this is actually the way. I might be able to get there this way anyway. Yeah, maybe not. All right, this is actually not my turn, guys. I gotta go down one more. I'm still learning the area. Bear with me. All right, let's see. So Crystal says, good to see you, Crystal. Hold on, I'll read it in a second. Let me take this light right here. Let me take this light. I got one. Let's see what it's looking like. I might not be able to go to the sunset. If it ain't good, I ain't gonna. If it's not a good one, I won't take it. They brought the strippers of our sunset. I knew they would do that. Shit, I can't even find it. Oh, here it is. Give me a second, guys. Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to readjust, but it's not one that I'm gonna do. So we still might get our sunset. All right. I'm here, but I'm at a different angle. I gotta go down. I still turned a little too early. Just give me a second. Somebody says I say that all the time. That's because I'm doing this at the same time. I'm driving, I'm working, and I'm streaming at the same time. I promise you, I would love to be sitting inside right now in a comfortable home and just talking about, gang stalking from the periphery and talk about like theories and ideas and emotions and thoughts about it. But I don't have that luxury at the moment. I had it for quite some time, but it's been 5 years now. But when I did have that luxury, I wasn't being gang stalked. I was actually enjoying life. So yeah, if I was in a house comfortable and all that, I got an apartment and I'm comfortable, a house, whatever, I probably wouldn't even be. I really wouldn't probably pay gang stalking any attention anymore. Um, not being out in the street it's not as bad. It's just relaxing. You go in the house, they sit in a tub and relax. And, it's different. It's a little bit different. All right, guys, I made the wrong turn, but now I know this is it right here. So it's nice over here. I like how this looks. I like how this looks. All right, guys, we're almost here. See the water, see the scene and the view. And what I like about it too is like when you look at old photos, it still looks beautiful with the palm trees, the water, the views. When you look at old paintings and stuff, it's not a it's not a his woman was looking all over here, but she wasn't looking. I don't think checking me out, but she was looking probably see who was pointing that phone over there. Maybe her dude live a lifestyle that somebody roll up pointing something over there. They might want to pay attention. I tell you what, this city right here, they get down like that. You got to be careful out here, but it's probably like the gang violence in this city is well known. I'm gonna try to turn this car off for a minute, see if it's not too hot. I'm getting a little hungry, so I'm gonna sit here for a second and let the sun start to go down a little bit. Hopefully, I get a good one before. Hopefully, I get a good one before the sun actually does. I want to see the sunset, but I want business more. You know, I got these bills, man. It's very important. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Crystal says, you Gulf side or Atlantic side? Atlantic side. I don't spend that much time on the Gulf side. I want to spend more. It just seems like there's not a lot over there. Um, I spent most of my time central. A little bit of Gulf is more further north, I would say. But yeah, what do you are you in Florida? Let me know. What side do you prefer? But I do like that calm water on the Gulf side. I like that clear water. I like the calm water, the white sand beaches. But the East Coast is my thing too, though. You know. Welcome in, Yolanda. Yolanda Jenkins Williams. Welcome in. Good to see you. I'm just over here waiting on. I'm still working, guys. It's an all day thing. I've been out here since 11 a.m. trying to work. Very, very, very low earnings. Haven't made much of anything all day. You know, any donations I could appreciate it. I'm in a new state, starting fresh. I had to leave everything, you know, to get out here and move along. This is my first stop. You know, I got to stay here for a few days and grind some things up, put some things together. I got some job applications out there floating, waiting to hear back. So, you know, this is what we're doing right now. Um, let's see. I got an offer. Let's see what if it's worth it. Let's see. Nope, completely not worth it. It's a shame they send offers like this, man. This stuff is falling so low. Yeah, I can't. I'm just about ready to stop dealing with these apps again. As soon as one of these jobs that I'm interested in come through, and the circumstances are right, I am done. I'm putting these apps down at least for a year. That's what I did last time. I put the apps down for a year and grinded real hard, just worked, and then got the Mustang. And then once I got the Mustang, in order to get extra money, that's when I started to do these apps again, doing ride share, food delivery. But the stress level goes down so much when you're not using these to get bread. So, but this is temporary. You know, it's an isolated TI. You got to do what you got to do. I tell you, man, this air that's blowing on me out here with this humid air, but with the ocean breeze or the water breeze, not ocean, but the the breeze coming off that water and this humidity this doesn't feel bad. You know what I mean? It's like a kind of being in a sauna. You can feel it on your skin. You can feel it working on your skin. Like it's like it's like smoothing my skin out. Like it's like a natural thing, you know? All this vitamin D from the sun here in a state like this and all this sunshine, man, it's really good for a TI. Just like it's good for older people to be here because of their bones and not having the cold weather. This is a good state to be for a TI because of all the sunshine, the water, the environment. It's natural. It's natural therapy. You see this guy sitting right there getting his natural therapy, and who knows what kind of day he had? Who knows what argument he got into with his wife or whatever? He had somewhere to go other than just a bar or a strip club or somewhere to eat wings. You know, he can come out and enjoy nature for free. He doesn't gotta go. He's not tipping and tricking off. He can still come out here and get a little bit of peace on a natural tip. Let's see. It says it's okay if you don't want to say. Okay, she said feel your skin charging up in the sun. Yeah, you could just literally feel this. I haven't been here in 3 years, and I can feel the difference. When I was in, it was hot when I was just in Georgia yesterday, right? It was hot as hell, especially in those rural areas of Georgia that I was riding through. And I would get out to charge up the car. There's no cover. I mean, that sun felt like I was baking me, but it was no cover. But it didn't feel like this because you don't have like this moisture in the air. Man, they're really playing games right now. I'll take this. This is a low ball order, but I gotta take it. I gotta keep it going. Man, these women out here, they seem like there's a lot of relationships out here. Um, I won't say a lot of. I am seeing like a lot of relationships, people together, out here walking, spending time together. I like the vibe out here. You got the big city right there, but it's not like a. It doesn't feel like how Atlanta is kind of becoming, like that real big city vibe. Whereas just kind of just too big and too crowded and congested. But it is Sunday. That's my advice to anybody when you go into a new city, you're going into a new town. Hey guys, we want to pick up a delivery, guys. But that's one thing that I do suggest is go in go in on a Sunday if you want to explore the city a little bit without too much going on. Let me see what this address is. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, guys. It should be quick. We'll be back by the sunset, I think. All right, let me see. 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't even take this, but I'll do it. I gotta keep moving, guys. Just give me a second. I gotta put the GPS in and go through all this. Hope you guys are enjoying the live. Uh, you're just seeing a lot of dog walking stalkers. As you notice, I'm not really mentioning an abundance of gang stalking so far because I'm new here too, though. I'm new here. They don't have everything all set up for me like they do where I just got finished being for the past 3 years. Everything was already all rigged and set. But the funny thing about that, where I just came from, is where they had everything so rigged and set. It was so weird. Anytime I would just jump out of my usual, like the last few days there, I did everything different than I had done for the past few years. I want to. I'm not going to give you guys too much detail, but I just did things. I just changed up my patterns a little bit, and you could tell the whole program was off. There was something that I knew they were going to want to troll me about, but they were unable to really do it like that though, because the places they were expecting me to be, I wasn't there. So it took them time to catch up. They were like a step or two behind. You can do that if you learn how to train your algorithms. If you can train your algorithms a little bit, then if you can train your algorithms a little bit, then you can sometimes you can get that little step ahead if you need it because they really just go by patterns. You know what I mean? They go by patterns in your past. Give me a second, guys. I'm getting this GPS right. But yeah, they go through patterns. I think that's supposed to get that right. Your movements. Yeah, that's supposed to take that right. I ain't lose nothing. All right.
Take the next right onto Magnolia Street, then turn right onto Stonewall Street.
Yeah, this it says gotta go.
Take the next
Keep your
right
head
onto
up.
Stonewall Street,
Hey,
then
Crystal,
turn
I
left
appreciate
onto
it.
Riverside Avenue.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna probably end this live once it gets dark out here, guys. I'm gonna end the live. I want to catch this sunset if we can, but once it gets dark, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I don't want to be trying to be live, driving around in the dark.
Turn left onto Riverside Avenue.
But I'm enjoying our time. You know, hit the like button for me. Let's hit the like button for me. Let's inform people about this. Uh, let's inform people that about this my story. This whole gang stalking situation. Just showing you the ins and outs of it. This is a whole new city. You guys have never seen me here before, and you guys are getting the opportunity to see what it's like to be, gang stalked, and you switch cities, just abruptly switch cities like this, and how you still have stuff in place, the technology is still in place where they can still run a lot of the same programs, but you can tell everything is not as well coordinated yet. They would have to have me here a little while longer. I would have to build up patterns. You know what I mean? I would have to build. I would have to build up patterns of frequent areas that I go. You know what I mean? Like stores that I go to and routes that I take. It would take a little time for them to build that up. You know.
Quarter mile, turn right onto West Forsyth Street.
It'll take them a little while to build that up. So, and the fact that I'm doing this live also, you know, people see where I am. They're gonna be able to now plan it more. You know, it's people on the live, they're reporting everything, taking notes. You know, the places that I am, the GPS is screaming out all my locations and everything. So they're gonna be coordinating everything. So this is a nice little, you know, time right now. You know, while I'm here, but it just I know that it would be much more once they can put the plan together. And I've never spent significant time in this city, so they don't already have like a dossier on me here. So that's why it feels a little less restricting. But you know, in time, it would change. Look how beautiful that Marriott and all that looks right there. Look at that. And where the sun is bouncing off of it, man, it looks like something from ancient Egypt. They really know. I really know how to put these towns, these cities together down here in the state. I'm serious, man. Let's see.
At the light, turn right onto West Forsyth Street.
All right. But it's all good. Like I said, this is not going to be my permanent. This is not going to be my permanent landing area. That dog was wilding right there. This is not going to be my permanent landing area, but it's just a temporary stay. You know.
In 1,000 feet,
Look how
turn
beautiful
left onto
everything
Julia
looks.
Street.
And whenever I'm out here grinding up like this, they uh they always send me around Chase Bank, yeah, chasing that money. It's taking a little longer than it should take to pick this order up, but then I got the bus in my way. That's one thing they do a lot too. Whenever I'm how weird does that look? That look like a face. Anyway, it was blinking. The lights was weird, but that's one thing they do too in this program with me is whenever I do take an or Uber ride or an order, if it's something low that I take, they'll make sure to do some stuff to make it take much longer to kind of like rub it in. The fact, you know, grind it in like, oh, you're doing this for such a cheap rate. Look how long it's taking. That's the mindset of the program, you know. Oh, you're doing, you're moving at such a, you're going so look. It's how this bus is just so slow and just sluggish for this little bit of money, and I'm actually still just going to pick it up. I haven't even picked it up yet. Then I still got to deliver it. It's just going so slow. You know, it's supposed to be so frustrating, right? It's supposed to be the critical. I think it's a critical game theory. You know, how frustrating is it? You know, sitting around all day long trying to do these deliveries, barely made any money, and then wow, here you go, taking a low ball order. Look how long it's taking, right? Holding up, they got a little traffic jam on a Sunday evening. So it's all part of the game, critical game theory, trying to stress you the hell out, piss you off. And that's what it's about. So they can get you out there like that on the corner talking to yourself, or in a wheelchair somewhere, helpless.
Your destination is on the right.
I don't see it. I don't see it. So what's 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven. All right, that's cool. Thank you. Let's say it's on my right now. Let's see it, guys. All right, what those numbers looking like? Y'all still here? You guys still in? Yeah, it's looking like we might end up missing that sunset. Ain't that a shame? I shouldn't even. This is a low order too. Oh man. Don't see it, guys. having some problems with the GPS as usual. Man, it's taking me all over the place. All this is by design. They know this is a location where the GPS is probably not going to be on point, so it's going to take me much longer for this for the cheaper order. And that right there, it just kills. It kills this. It's trying to kill the spirit of you just saying, all right, let me go out there and get it. Let me work hard for it. Okay, I'm gonna take something I usually wouldn't take. Let me just do this today. They're gonna say, okay, well, we're gonna take advantage of that, and we want to discourage you from wanting to, you know, put it forth a little extra effort, take a little extra joints. We're gonna grind it to a halt. We're gonna make it even worse. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to find. It's gonna take extra time. Oh, and you live too, so we're gonna have you distracted a little bit. We're gonna make it so you can't find it, and it's a low ball offer. That's the game, guys. That's why you call it the critical game theory. This program is being run by an AI computer that is programmed to do shit to give us negative experiences, right? Damn, man, we missing a nice sunset for this bullshit right here. That's the program. They don't want us to get out there and enjoy that nice sunset. And they want me riding out here for this cheap nothing order. Can't find the location. That's what they want. This is the game they want. Damn, I shouldn't have took this long. But, you know.
Turn left onto West Forsyth.
So let's try this again. I gotta turn this thing. This thing is just screaming out all my locations. It's gonna get worse and worse with all these perps and bots in here. They're gonna start directing all that gang stalking energy right over this way. And I'm really gonna have a hard time once they start to adjust to me bad. You guys are pretty quiet. I'm assuming there's only probably a few bots left. So I'm gonna get ready to end this one, guys. It's looking like, well, look, I'll try this. I'll stay on and see if I can get to the sunset. If anybody's in here, if anyone's still in here by the time I'm finishing this up, um, oh, I see how they do it. They have it right there so that you can't see that it's the actual store. You know how they do that sometimes. There's no sign. You wouldn't know. That's not by mistake. So this guy right here is just jumping up and down. He's probably somebody broke down by the programs. You know, I'm place to park in front of all the trash right there. Not complaining about that little stuff. I'm just showing you that's how the program works. All right, guys. So I'll stay on here a little longer to see if we can finish this in time to get back to the water. I won't take any more orders. I'll at least take a break and catch the sunset. But I had to take this little bit of money. We gotta keep adding on to the pile. This is insignificant, I think, but maybe it'll be a burger later. All right, yes, I was supposed to come down here and see him as I park. All right, because of course they had a bunch of garbage right there, so I won't park in front of that because they know me, because they watch everything that I do. They know us. I'm not gonna park in front of the garbage and get out and it's smelling like that, and I step on a banana peel and be embarrassed on live, right? So I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna see the helpless black homeless man in a wheelchair, right? Because they're just working on me to get me there, right? They're not gonna stop until that's my reality, right? Him and this girl. It's a lot of broken down people here, but it's every city. Every city is the same thing. America has stopped sending aid to other countries. America has stopped sending aid to other countries because America is in this condition. You hear that music? They play that music right there, so homeless people won't sit out here, but they still sit out here. They just play it to be annoying. I saw that on internet. So who knows? That might even be the location. This might even be the location where they started that thing. And it's a low order. So of course, would have been a low order. Has to be a bunch of people in line already in the way, so I gotta wait a little longer. All of this will break you down. You end up being one of these street people, right? Get drug addicted, be so stressed out, you can't take it, need to escape, right? So you get drug addicted, then you just out here sitting on the ground, just, you know, done. So excuse me. Where I pick the door back? I miss 7-Eleven, guys. They don't have 7-Elevens in Atlanta. Yeah, I need to buy this right here. I'll wait. But they don't have 7-Elevens in Atlanta. They got the Quick Trip. Everybody goes to the Quick Trip. It's bigger, but it's just not like 7-Eleven. I grew up around 7-Eleven, so it's nice to be in a 7-Eleven. But one thing about 7-Eleven, thank you. One thing about 7-Eleven is they always, since any city 7-Elevens, you always got all the homeless people hanging outside in front of the joint. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna jump in my little car. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's just, it's a city. With any city you're going into, it's the same thing all over the place in America. All right, guys, let's get going. I'm gonna try to drop this off real quick. If you guys want to hang out, if you guys want to hang out a little longer, we can just end it with that sunset. So I'm trying to hurry up. The distance is gonna be short. Now, what they keep doing with these orders right now, of course they want see how they all show up now that I'm here. All of them are here. You see all that? All right. This is what we got going on, man. All right, guys. What's that say? Front to the back says, "I'll be seeing you guys later." No, really. Okay. All right. Let me hurry up, guys. I'm trying to make it to the sunset. We still got okay. Y'all still in here. We got a good core group of people still here. So hopefully some of y'all who hit that 27. And they keep having the people order something, order, and then they keep sending a message asking for something extra for me to do. Especially like a little, and the orders are no tips and little orders, and they keep purposely having them send me a message just to be annoying. You know what I mean? To ask me to do something extra. Uh, just to waste a little bit of time. Just to be annoying at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do it if I can clearly sense that it's the program playing games. But what they'll do is they'll have the people ask for something extra like that, or have me do some, have me do something extra. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm putting this address in. Trying to hurry up so we can beat that sunset. I hope we can do it. But they'll have somebody do something extra, like just playing little stupid ass games. Like, oh, you're gonna do this. If you do this, you get some more orders tonight. But if you don't do it, oh, it's gonna be slow because you ain't obeying us. I showed y'all something similar that they did while I was picking some girls up for the Beyonce concert in Atlanta recently. Okay, here it is, right here. It's a half a mile away, guys. It's gonna take me, but they'll do these little tests, like we're just like a little play thing for these people. They'll keep sending ask because people usually rarely ever ask for all these little things people keep asking for. So then if I don't do it, you won't, you can give me a lower rating or, damn, y'all not gonna believe this shit. Y'all not gonna believe that is this phone is dying. This phone died on me. With the one with the GPS, and this is where the car GPS would have came in handy. So now I'm at to waste a little time waiting for this phone to charge up. But I'm early. I'm way ahead of time. So I'm way ahead of time. So I'm just gonna pull over up here to the right side, let this phone come back on. But man, that might messed up our sunset, guys. The phone just died, and I gotta wait for the slow ass Android to come back on. So damn, we're only half a mile away. Well, there's the street right there. It's called, okay, the name of the shit is on this street right here. So we'll just keep going that route because that's the name of the street is the name of the building I'm going to. So we'll use deductive reasoning and we'll keep heading on that way. I'll take a moment to park. I'll just wait. But I know we're on the right route. All right, the phone is coming back on already. We might be able to make this sunset. All right. Let me see what we got. Start shaking your ass. It says, how many fingers can you fit in your... All my mods are gone, huh? Damn. Let me get this person out of here. Move. Move. All right, I caught one. All right, back to the front. It says, seeing you guys later. All right, guys. I think none of my phone is still not on yet. Okay. So none of my mods are here right now. So hopefully I still got some real ones on here. I still got the trolls being sent in, the bots. But if you any my real ones are here, I'm still trying to get to that sunset. You know, I took this order and now it's taking even longer because the phone died. I'm sorry about this. Yeah, it did. Let me see if I can use one of my other phones real quick. That may have this app on it. Yeah, man, this phone died on me. I didn't even know the battery was low. Sorry about this. I'm sorry. I'm cooking. I'm almost done. No, it's all good. It's all right. I don't expect you guys to just sit here the whole time. These are long lives that I'm doing. I'm just taking you guys along with me. I'm just, you guys said you want me to keep going, so that's why I'm going. I need this phone to come on so I can get to this person's address. Man, this is crazy. What you cooking over there? A day in the life. What are you cooking? I miss having home cooked meals, man. I had pretty much a personal chef, my ex-wife, for 10 years. And now for 5 years, I've been there eating out every day. You know, it costs so much money. It's bad for your health. Can't believe it. All right, man. I'm just waiting on this phone to come on so I can get to this address. I can't believe the phone would die at that moment. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I heard that phone come on. Wow, tacos, charro beans, and Spanish rice. Spanish rice. I might have to give me a taco tonight. I might have to take a break and get something to eat and gear up for this night shift. I'm way ahead of time on this delivery, so I'm not too stressing out over that. I just don't want to miss this sunset, but I think we're gonna make it. It's 8 o'clock right now. I think the sun goes down closer to 9. So even though we're getting closer towards the end of summer. Sorry, I hope you guys aren't too bored by this. Just give me a minute. All right, here we go. I'm 3 minutes from the actual location. It's only a 3-minute ride. I've been sitting here longer than the ride would have took. I'm trying to stream and do this at the same time, so I'm doing my best. All right, I gotta put the address in again. I'm almost there, guys. There we go. This Android moves really slow when you start it up after a restart. Let's see. All right, we're 3 minutes away. Let's get on down the road, guys. We're back in action. Let's go. And I still don't think I'll be late either. Look how beautiful all this is.
Head north on Hogan Street toward West Duval Street, then turn left onto West Duval Street. At the light, turn right onto North Laura Street, then turn right onto Adams Street.
Those tacos sound real good. A day in the life. I think I might have to get a taco tonight or something. I don't know, but
In 400 feet, turn right onto North Main Street.
But I'm definitely feeling hungry myself.
At the light, turn right onto Adams Street.
All right, let's go. Definitely a good looking city.
Continue on Adams Street for half a mile.
This city can definitely compete with this city can definitely compete with a lot of the other cities in this state. Seriously, and I spend time in all of them. You know, like a lot of the all of the major cities for the most part. And this thing is put together nice. I'm always impressed when I come back to Florida from not being here in a while though. Because like I said, they just keep it so beautiful. You get a lot of tourists that come here too. You know, tourists want to come down from Ohio and New York and DC, and they want to come from those environments, and
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
they want to come to the tropical environment. They want to, so they got to keep this stuff nice. You know, they got to keep it well manicured, and you know, they do a good job with this. I tell you, they do. People don't mention that much. People
Turn
always,
right. Then your
a lot of
destination
people,
will be on the right.
a lot of people like to rag on Florida, but I tell you, man, their roads. You don't deal with too many. And I have run into a few speed bumps a little bit up here, but for the most part, you know, the roads. You don't run into too much trouble with potholes and. All right,
Take the next right onto West Monroe Street.
which one is it though? I think this is the building right here, but I just don't see the name of the building. I'm gonna just turn around right here, right quick. Yup, this is it right here. All right, let's see if it's gonna be hard to get into the building. This is definitely it. All right, here's the park
Your
just for me.
destination is on the right.
Wow, another tag that doesn't have a gang stalking message on it. Maybe it does, but nothing that I recognize. Nothing they usually would use. You see that? Now, if I was at home, you know, everything is already rigged up. Anywhere where they got me going, they already got it. It would have been a 27 right there. It's the only spot to park, and it would have been a 27 right there. All right, guys, I'm gonna do this one right here. Then I'm gonna go catch the sunset, and then we're gonna end this live, and then I'll catch up with you guys later. I might go live again. All right, but right now, um, I don't want to really unplug that. Let me see how much juice I got in this. Okay, 3%. All right, I might be able to do it. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. I gotta finalize this order. Give me a minute. I'm gonna finalize this order. Then we're gonna go back to the water, and we'll see if we can catch the sunset, and we'll end the live right there for those of you who've been waiting around. I appreciate you for hanging in here with me. Um, oh, it's 27, guys. The door number is 27. All right, guys, we gotta go. I don't want my battery to die as I'm going up here because I gotta take a picture. So I'm gonna take my little backup battery up there with me, and I'm gonna connect my phone to the backup battery, so the phone doesn't die and I can't take a picture of the order, and then they say they didn't get it. You know what I mean? They get a freebie. All right, things I go through to go live for you guys and show you my story. Man, hit that cash app up for me. Don't forget. I haven't been able to check it. If anybody has already blessed that cash app, if anybody has already blessed that cash app, I thank you. I thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Here's another girl, guys. I keep telling you over and over again, they would never. Now, you could say, okay, it's a change in the state thing, but all these extreme women that just happen to be just happen to be right there. That was never happening. And again, it's not because of what I think and my mindset, how I'm thinking about it, but when I had the other car that you would consider more of a fancy car, nice car, all that. Um, which interest did they say use? Now they just got all these straight women that just happen to just be. Uh, all right, looks like it's gonna be. All right, here we go. Looks like it's gonna be a hassle to get into the building. So all this is by design. Now I'm about to go through a bunch of bullshit trying to get in here to get this delivery off. All these games. That's what we sign up for, I guess, when we do these little app joints. We just get the games played with us. You know what I mean? I can't just go right up to the door and go in. She can't be down here waiting. She got to be sitting upstairs like the pretty princess. And I got to find a way to get into the building to serve her stuff, right? So if I wasn't being gang stalked, more than likely she would have just came out and met somebody outside and just did some normal shit. But for me, I got to walk around the building. They got to have stuff for me to see, like stray honey pots walking around. You know, they feeling better now because I'm in a, I guess, a humble down car in their opinion as far as the program is concerned. So now they got all these stray women just coming by the dozens all around, all over the place, man. And you think I would date in an environment like this where they're all under control like that? Please. It's all this, yeah, I don't know all that. All right, so now I gotta walk all the way around. Mind you, this is a very low order too, guys. I want you to remember that. That's why they're doing all this shit. It's a low order, so I'm supposed to be feeling so like aggrieved by this that I'm doing all this for the low order. There's the set of eyes on the corner, part of the program. All right, so I got to do all this. See this, guys? All this walking. This is nothing. I'm getting paid for this either. So it has to be super difficult, right? Oh, it's got to be. I got all this. Just trying to work. But nah, we got to be super difficult. I gotta go find my way in, find all the buzzers, hit buttons. Don't know which, where the fuck I'm going. Oh, remember again, for no money either. It's nothing. Door is locked. How you doing? Yeah, Keith. I appreciate it. Of course, the door is locked. Can't get in. No, don't get no gate code or nothing. Just walk around. Thank you so much. No gate code. Walk around. This is what we got to do because we at the bottom of the society. We're nothing. Just play fucking games all day. Not make it easy on me. No tip, low ass amount of money. I gotta go through all this to get to you, to get upstairs and get your nice loft because they're better than us, right? See this? They're better than us because they were lucky enough to get into a position where they can live here, and we just are lowly bums out here in the streets for them to play games with because they're superior than us. Looking black man with a big belly sitting in front, to sit sad, pathetic, and lonely. Okay, can you let me in the building? Of course, he has a blue shirt on, all the games. Who the fuck sits around here and just devises these plots? You know what I mean? All this walking. Imagine I've been out here all day. I can see if I made money today, if it went well. This is nothing that I'm doing this for right here. And of course, this 527 is the door number 2, guys. Of course, you know that, right? And look where it's pointing at. It's not pointing left. It's not pointing. The 27 is just down. It's just pointing down. But that's another theme that they do with me in this program as well. Is with these deliveries, they always be like on the bottom floor. Whatever the case may be. Like if I'm at the bottom because I'm doing this, but I'm forced into this, as you can see. I'm showing you how the program works. I'm gonna show you 527. Go ahead and take it. I'll show you this for years. The same old thing. And straight up being abused by these 3-letter agencies trying to do a fucking delivery job in peace to survive, right? If it was a normal situation, this person would have probably came down and met me, but it gotta be a hassle. It gotta be more than it should be, and no tip at all. Because I'm supposed to feel like I'm being screwed over, and I'm supposed to be irritated and frustrated. Not making no money. Gotta get out and do all this walking in the heat for this little bit of money. had to wrestle through a bunch of homeless people on the street to, just to get to the delivery. There it is right there, guys. Okay. Oh, and not to mention the person, no tip, no nothing, all that walking, everything you got to do. Of course, when I try to put it in, the address is incorrect. So you got to go through all these extra steps because the address is incorrect. So you got to go through a lot of different steps to even finalize the order. All right. All this is about design. Like everybody was mentioning a lot yesterday. It's the critical game theory. Let me show y'all this view. See that? Beautiful place to be. Too bad we got these sick people playing these fed games all throughout the country, just making this shit a living hell for people. And then don't think that just because this person is sitting up in here in this apartment um, playing these Freemason games, they're not going through their own personal hell and everything. It's just okay with these people. These people are all fucked up as well, and they're on the verge. You should see. I ain't gonna tell you how much I just got paid to do all of that. Disgusting, disgusting behavior, man. So it just shows that they can control all of this. They can control all of this. They can do all this, play all of these games, and so they can actually do something positive. They can actually give you a good order, a well-paid order, But instead, they want to do crummy shit and then try to rub it in and make you feel bad about doing a job and exhausted, wear you out, and they go and with no money, and then flash a bunch of women. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. I had the wrong phone up. I'm getting tired. And then flash a bunch of women in my face all day long, right? So they've been hiding all the women from me for the past year. When I had a car, when I was driving a car, they felt jealous about. So they hide all the women. So now I guess they feel good. They got me in an old ass beat down rental with about 105,000 miles on it with a hole in the tire. You know, dealing with financial issues and stress. Now they got plenty of women to have all around in my face everywhere I'm going. This is how you see this, right? And imagine women making one of these women your girlfriend. Groups like this that does shit like this. That's why all these guys are going overseas. Because who would sit here and date and you think you have any kind of fair dating or anything like that in an environment like this where they just got all the control? Let's see if I can get out over here. But as you can see, all at the same time, entry exit stuff going on at the door where I'm supposed to be going out at. Right? Just want y'all to see all that. Just trying to see if I can get out over this way. See all them people at the door. Now watch this. Now that I go out the door, and not when I was expected to go out. Right? Now watch this. Now no one's here. I appreciate you. See that? Now it's just more women. There you go, more women, right? All they got is none of women around. Everywhere you go now. Everywhere you go. This happened magically, all of a sudden. Imagine dating one of these that's controlled by this matrix like this. This is why all the guys are going overseas. And now they're going overseas trying to shut everything down. There's a fake RIP on the tag. It's death, struggle, death threats, struggles. My birthday right there on the ground. When you do the death thing, RIP, this date to this date. All this shit they do, bro. All the games. And for what? Because we live in a sick environment. All this walking for that little bit of money, no tip, no nothing. And they ain't even sent a request for me to do some extra shit. All that's just to see if how mad can you be? They just love niggas just walking around just mad and pissed off, ready to just like snap at any moment. That's the way they want you on that. Then they throw you in jail. That's it. Then you go in jail, and these same women, they're the prison guards. The same women are the prison guards that's doing all they're treating our society out here, like men and everything, as their prisoners, right? See all these bars and shit. You know what I mean? These people are locked. They're locked in. Might be homeless, but I'm out here. I'm free. They're locked in. They got to do all this bullshit that they do. Anyway, let's go see if we can catch this sunset. And then I'm gonna go get myself something to eat and take a little break before I do the night shift at night. These little bit of pennies are starting to accumulate, but nowhere near enough for the amount of time that I've been out here. This is sad. Sad. Let's see what happens. This is what America's about to come of. You know, who knows? Let me see how many people we got in here. Let me see if y'all help. There's another woman. Look, another woman right behind me. Nice tight form-fitting dress. Nice flowing weave. Got her cleavage and her shoulders out everywhere I go. Now I'm in this car. All the women in the world come around. I'm good on all that. Forever. I know what my aim is at this point. This ain't it. I don't see how anybody you dudes is dating out here now. This is an uneven playing field out here, and they love it, and that's why all the guys are running overseas. This is why they just do what they do, and and then the usual, the traditional power structure, which is white. I don't care what anybody says. That's who these chicks are up in the office is working with every day. In these corporate jobs, government jobs. That's who they mimic. That's who they act like. That's who they spend most of their time with. That's who they really love at the end of the day. So targeting their own family, their own men, and all this kind of shit is nothing. They feel like they're the new white man. You know, they get careers and they get to have some jobs. They're not gang stalking them. They letting them get out here and go do whatever they want to do. All the female rappers talking about everybody to get down and suck their pussy, give them money. They the boss, bitch. They all this, they all that. They got gang stalking programs. They put you in jail. They do this. They do whatever they want to do, right? All right, guys. I'm trying to get my other glasses, and we are gonna be off on our way. Try to catch this sunset. All right, forget the glasses. We losing time. We've been trying to get to this sunset. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and get this GPS up and see if we can get over here in time. Let me see how far away we are. Man, I didn't make no money on that. And it went through all that. But it's alright though. You know? It's alright though. Then she had the nerve to send a request. That's when I knew it was some bullshit. No money on it. They want to send me over there amongst the homeless, right? As if I'm out here because I want to be out here, not because I'm being fucking targeted to be, targeted with harassment and bullshit. So send me over there amongst the homeless, and then bring me over here and put all these women that just look they're just so clean and perfect, and and I'm just the one that just don't want to do the right thing, and I don't want, get the fuck out of here with this mind games, bro. And this is why, dude is overseas pursuing other options right now. You know what I mean? This is why. We just their fucking playthings, And they got this system that's backing them. This whole feminist stuff that took hold over. It's changing now with the new administration that's in. I don't think that they still will. All right, we're 4 minutes away from the sunset. Let's see if we can get over there in time. So, yeah, they want to control all this day shit. They got it. You know what I mean? They buddy with the power structure, the matrix system, and the people that's running it is giving them favor. Even though a lot of that's getting ready to come, even though a lot of that is getting ready to come to an end. A lot of these things these people have been getting, it's coming to an end. But they made it such a deal with the devil.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Water Street.
All right, guys, we're 3 minutes from the water sunset, so we'll end it up here. We'll watch. I'll let you guys see this nice sunset. Be my first time seeing it over here, also, and then I'll read some comments.
Turn left onto Water Street.
That's it right here. Yeah. And then I'll read. I'll read the comments, and then I will go ahead and end it at that point. But it looks like we might make it. as long as nothing crazy happens on the way. Some of y'all don't even understand what that symbolism is right there. I'm not even gonna waste my time explaining it, but it's no, all this is by design that I'm seeing in front of me right here, right now. But we'll see how things are getting ready to go. I know they're feeling like that now. For the ones who are doing, who's seeing that message right there, I know what the message is. You know it. I know what it is. And let's just see if that's gonna continue. We'll see. I think there's a shift coming, and the same people who are putting y'all in that position, I don't know if they feel the same way anymore or if they have the control anymore. So I think coming down off that perch might be a good thing right now. All right, let's hurry up and get through this light so we can get there, guys. This 105,000 mile vehicle has some get up on it. Y'all hear it in my voice. I'm starting to get tired. Been on here all day. Been talking to y'all all day. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna end this getting dark, and I still want to work tonight. I need to eat, and I'm not gonna hold the phone and do this in the dark. So in the area that I'm not used to, that'd be a disaster. So it's been fun all day, guys. You know, I do this sometimes where I just bring you guys along with me, and while I'm working, and you get to see what it's like. And like I say, like this, the regular street gang stalking out here hasn't been as bad. They don't have me mapped out yet, but you can see them doing the same federal stuff with the app and sending me to these different places. The theme today is obviously hoarding me with young black single women. That's been a thing that's happening everywhere I'm going. All this straight women just popping out of everywhere. They weren't doing this at all. And then so yeah. I think some of these changes that I see that are taking place in this country, I might not agree with everything, but I think some of this stuff is good. I think some people think the same way that I'm thinking. Look how beautiful these buildings look in these palm trees right here. I'm not even gonna focus on these degenerate broads playing these games right here. But look how beautiful these palm trees look up against the buildings and the way the light is right there, man. I mean, it's just that's what I mean, right? I take a woman, I take a wife, and I know if I gotta take one of these Matrix wives, so she's gonna be a gang stalker or whatever. She's gonna be doing all those stuff. But I figure like this, right? Be beautiful to look at like this right here. Like it's a lot of stuff that can come with being here in Florida. But she sure is beautiful to look at, ain't she? She sure is beautiful to look at. Even with all her, even with what's the song Young Boy had? I'd rather be with you and all your bullshit. You know what I mean? All right, look, here's my choice right here, guys. Park in front of the hole, right? The hole that's in the dirt. I'm not even gonna get into how crash that is and what that's supposed to be about. Or park over here next to the nice souped up Charger in my little tiny chump mobile. They try to put me in here. What I'll do is I'll park next to this in my little tiny chump mobile. All right, guys, let's go out here and check out the sunset right now. We're not even gonna delay. We're gonna get right into it. I can't find my glasses. Man, I've been entertaining y'all all day. I really hope I go to my Cash App, man, and I see a blessing. That'll be really encouraging to do these lives if I go to my Cash App and I encounter a blessing. All right. I've been entertaining y'all all day, and you see they're not paying me, so I hope you guys can make up for what I'm losing here. Help me make up for what I'm losing because of this targeting. Of course, I went to 527 at the end of that. You saw that, right? So they starting to get their little thing together. Now I'm here in town. And remind you, everything that you saw there, everything that they did is stuff that they do every state, anywhere I go. It's the same program. They do all the same shit, and they got to a point where they have themes. You know what I mean? They have themes, and today the theme has been. Thank you for moderating. I haven't looked at the chat. I was driving and all that, delivering, but thanks for moderating. I see you on your ball right there. The longer you stay on like this, the perps show up. These are bots, and they start showing up, and they say crazy things. So I ignore them, but I got one out of here a little while ago. All right, guys, let's go down here a little closer to the water and check things out. It's nice. Damn, look how that pinkish color sky is bouncing on into the water right here. The water's even calmer than it was earlier. This reminds me of Colombia. The way these rocks come off of the water onto the street definitely reminds me of Colombia. I should have went to Colombia or Brazil recently. I had an opportunity, but the Gangstalking just kind of discouraged me. I ain't even gonna lie. I wasn't in the mood to go out of the country and be gang stalked. All right, so I'm gonna come out here, lean up against one of these pillars, and read some comments. Matter of fact, what I'll do is I'm gonna go sit on the bench and read the comments. I need to sit down. That last little order drained me a little bit, and it only drained me because I barely got paid anything for it. I had to do all that, and they had all the gang stalking going on with the swarming me and all that bullshit. So it's a little bit draining to do this stuff all day, not making no bread, and they playing games. When they play games like that, at least spend something. Damn. But people they don't give a fuck. Nobody cares about you. Always know that. No one cares about you. All right. They care about your damn self. Treat yourself as best you can as a TI more than anybody else. You gotta overcompensate a bit because of what you gotta go through. You can't be hard on yourself. You gotta forgive yourself when you make mistakes and shit because look what we gotta go through. We're dealing with the hyper game theory, you know what I mean? So, critical game theory, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm saying that right. I keep saying it too. Make it worse when you keep saying it. All right, let me have a seat here for a minute and we'll enjoy some of this the sunset and I'll catch some comments. All right, so let me see. All right, I'm gonna start from the bottom here. I'm gonna start from the bottom and I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna start from the newest comment and then I'm just go straight up until I can't go anymore until sunset. And then I'm gonna end this live, at least for now. And maybe, just maybe, at the end of the night I'll jump back on. But I'm not gonna do it I'm not gonna do it at night, driving around this new city and try to hold the phone. I already said that, but I like to repeat things sometimes. All right, so we've been on this particular live for 164 minutes. So that's over 2 hours, 40 minutes, I say. Very long time. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I'm gonna start at the bottom. Okay, so look up says, you already know I'm going through the same thing in Spanish, broski. I don't know if you were talking to me. I missed it. Oh, Santa Marta. I might have missed what you said there. I might catch it as I go up here. Okay, so America First, Free America says, I'm going back. I am back. What's up, my man? I'm pretty sure you know, but I'm rebirth of the spiritual chosen. I've sent money. Okay, rebirth, man. Good to see you again. I see you. I see your name coming up. America First. Yeah, I didn't know that was you. You seem to have a few. Those cash apps really came in handy, and if you can send any off before Tuesday, or Tuesday, yeah, before Tuesday or Tuesday by the latest, that would be awesome, man. Those cash apps, though, back a few months back, they really were, or it came in handy. And right now, I'm in an even tighter spot, due to the targeting that I've been dealing with. So if you are able, you know what I mean, a cash app would be great. All right, so let me go back up. But good to see you again. How have you been? Has your targeting changed? Have things gotten better for you? Let me know. Update me on your story. Um, okay, so terrible. I like the way you spelled that. Terrible times. That's how Charles Barkley would say it. Somebody from Alabama. Terrible times. It says ganging, no doubt. Okay, good job. I see some moderation going on up in here. My minds don't mess around. Okay, so we got McKimba. Okay, so Bubba Stack says facts. Those cracks out for the hunt. Yeah. Let's see. Hang in there, sir. Oh, man, America first. Y'all be having these new names, man. It says, I always meet people outside. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. If you're not a TI and they're not running programs and trying to irritate you and do all this bullshit, most they'll come meet you outside. A lot of times when it's probably somebody that's not even gang stalking, they meet me outside. It's only when they're and I don't even that's not even all that required. But when it's a building like that, it's hard to get to, and they know they ain't tipping. They'll usually meet you outside, make it easier on you. But when you're being targeted, they're doing all that goofy stuff purposely to try to frustrate you. It's like the car behind me in my head relaxing, but they got this car behind me that's making this noise. Not this is a big deal. I'm in a public place. I'm not like just bitchy and whiny. I'm just literally trying to give you guys just the vibe that the program creates. You know what I mean? Like earlier, the alarm was going off. But anyway, let me read some more comments, man. You guys don't follow me long enough to know I'm not like bitchy and whiny. I'm just trying to give you all the components of I just really can't be glad when I'm able to get those meta glasses. I haven't been able to, get the extra money to do it yet. But I really want you guys to have the full immersive experience. I'm sacrificing my privacy to show this stuff, showing you how this little bit of money that I'm making out here. It's humiliating, but this is what they bring you to. It won't be forever though. Just know that. Um, I said I would be your best DoorDash customer. I believe you, man. Says you took the path of most resistance in life. So did I. Most people chose to conform and take the path of least resistance. Yeah, but see, I don't even know how I took the path of the most resistance. You know what I mean? It was something natural. It wasn't a choice for me. It was obviously something that I just wasn't aware of that I ended up in this situation. I didn't make a conscious decision that okay, I want to be on the other side of things and have the whole society attacking me. I didn't make that decision. I was literally just living my life, and me just living life made somebody offended. You get what I'm saying? And caused all of this. It wasn't a day where I was just counterculture against the rage against the machine. I was for the most part NPC up, just in the sports, listen to sports radio all day, watch ESPN all day. You know what I mean? Deal with the women. I was for the most part just NPC'd up. I just did what people do, but my mind did start to get opened as I got into my adult life and had met different people and different experiences, and the internet came around, and the social environment changed, and I became awakened to some stuff. As soon as that happened, as soon as I realized, as soon as I got some sort of awakening, started to awaken up about things and become informed, all of a sudden the gang stalking started. You know what I mean? So yeah, it wasn't a conscious thing. It just was a natural progression. The times that we were living in, we had like a really highly political environment 10 years ago when the Trayvon Martin stuff started and Mike Brown and Ferguson. There was just a lot of going on, and you know. But I don't know. I don't know about the path that I took. It wasn't intentional. I didn't know any better. I didn't know. So let's see. I saw a cop drive by at 427 today. I see it all the time. All the time. Let's see. Zero Strata says, I'd be tired of doing that same crap all day like a robotic slave or something. Yeah, I know, but we all do. We all do robotic slave shit all day. That's why they got this thing programmed and set up so that it's a control grid. That's why they want so much control. They feel comfortable when you're doing the same things all the time, every day. It's easy to control, manipulate. So the reason why the targeting, it's not as many tags in front of me and certain things. It's only my second night here. I haven't even been here 24 hours quite yet. Maybe in another hour or two. I went live when I got here last night. I was in front of water on the other side of town. Check that live out. I shared it in my community tab. So yeah, let me read some more. I'm going back up with the comments. Like I said, guys, we're just gonna finish this off with the sunset and finish the comments off. And then I'm gonna end this one. At least probably that'll be it for the day, likely. Okay. It says annoyed bubble tea. Much love from Seattle. Man, I like that Seattle weather you guys got out there. I was checking out the weather pattern that you guys have had lately. And you guys are like in the high 70s, maybe hitting 80, no humidity. That's a summer that I would love to have. I spent my last I spent my last 12 summers or so in either Georgia or Florida. You know what I mean? Suffering. But this environment feels so good on my skin right now. You know, um, the little bit of moisture off of the water and the humidity is going down some, and you got a breeze. See, this is not deep Florida, so you know you got a nice little breeze. It just feels kind of like what I would assume like a sauna feels like, you know, being in a spa. Okay, let me go up some more. Bots are pathetic as hell, using the same exact tactics every day, all day. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's just what I'm saying. It's a robot. It's an AI system that's just sending all these people to do different things. I mean, when you think about it, they're not necessarily doing the same things. They have different assignments, you know, because we all have different targeting. You know, we all have different things in our program. Some are similar, but they're usually doing different stuff, dynamic. Sometimes they walking the dog. Sometimes they're showing up to the 7-Eleven wearing red and, you know, acting like their credit card doesn't work in the line. This time they're bending over in front of a TI. Shit, this time they might be having sex with a TI. You know, it's just they have different things that they do depending on what's in their program. So for us, we're seeing the same thing every day. And if you're out here moving around, um, he seemed like he just took a picture of me because he walked past me with her camera facing me, and then as soon as she walked past, she looked up at it. Even if she didn't take a picture, that was designed for her to look like she was. All right, guys, I gotta run to the car and grab the my charger because I just dropped down to 10%. So I'm gonna run over here and grab my charger real quick so that the phone doesn't die while I'm live. All right, so now that I stand up and turns the car off, the whole time it was running, making noise. All right, let me run over here. Let me run over here and grab this charger real quick. As soon as I stand up, that's when he jumps out. I guess he thought I was getting ready to leave, but nope. His job, I guess, was to. What should I got here? I guess his job, I guess, was to. Damn, I only got a little bit on this charger too. All right, it should be enough to stay on this live until the sun sets, and I got to come back to the car. I had it in there plugged. I had it plugged in. I had it plugged into the other phone, guys. Ah, I gotta hurry up because when I'm on live, it dies quick. When it gets down to 10%, it dies real quick. All right. How beautiful is this? How beautiful is this looking, man? These buildings and the skyline and this water. Oh, man, I tell you what, it all feels a lot more. It all feels a lot more. It feels a lot more stressful when you don't have this to look at. When you're going through this stuff, I went through this many a times in the Atlanta, Georgia area, but this wasn't so easily accessible. And this ain't even the beach yet. Hold on, guys, I gotta plug in. All right, I only got a few percentages on this battery, so maybe this will take us to the end of our live here. I gave you guys a big piece of my soul again today. You hear my voice. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, but Seattle, you set me off when you mentioned Seattle. I've been lusting over that Seattle summer. I've been lusting over that Seattle summer for a while now. I need to, sooner or later, I'll make that bold move and get out there. I think that's, if I'm going to stay in the United States over the next few years, um, I think that Seattle might need to be where I need to be. I need a few Seattle summers. Uh-oh, look, it just sent me one. I'm not, my phone is in the car. I'm taking a break right now anyway, and they'll put it on pause automatically. But now they just sent me one now that I'm sitting out here by the water again. Anyway, let me see. I'm taking a break anyway. Uh, okay, yeah, I think I caught up, guys. Let me see, all the way at the bottom. Okay, we started at the bottom and I go up, but then I'm caught up. All right, so they put my joint on pause. That's good. All right, so welcome in, Suspicious Skies 3045. Good to see you. You're coming in on the tail end of this live. We're getting ready. We're ready to go ahead and end this one. I just wanted to come show you guys the sunset on the water. Um, it's been a long day, guys. I started at 11. Barely made any money all day with this app, but I'm gonna go a few more hours. I already know somebody's gonna be them bless me in the Cash App. I'll post that again. As a matter of fact, that'll be the last thing I'll do is I'll show the Cash App on here when I get to the car, and then we'll end it like that. So be ready. Get your phones, your pens ready. Hot here in Florida. Tomorrow's supposed to be 99. Yeah, I'm used to all this heat. As long as my air conditioner keeps going in this vehicle, um, as long as this air conditioner keeps going, then it should be all right. But it's hot in Georgia. It was hot when I was up in D.C. a few weeks ago, piping hot. So it's just hot, man. Like I said, I need to get out to Seattle for the summer. I need to get a nice loft out there, enjoy some of that rainy weather and that cool air. That's what I need to do if I'm gonna stay in the States. I gotta get out this hot southeast. But I'm gonna try to see what I can do with Florida here for a little bit. As long as you stay out of the legal system, I think out here in Florida, stay out of the legal system. A few other things you can do, but I ain't gonna mention it right now. But to stay out of the way here. Let me see. Okay. Zach Nelson says those people doing the stalking are the ugly cowards. Hey, you said it. Targeted individual. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. My battery connection is acting like it's not trying to work all of a sudden. Oh, there we go. I think it's good now. Okay, it's charging. Okay, targeted Jay Ross says, hi, welcome in, Jay, good to see you if you're still here. I pray the good Lord helps and looks out for anyone going through gangstalking. All right. All right, my Bluetooth just died. Everything is dying, guys, so I'll be ending this one here in a second, and I gotta use the bathroom pretty bad. It's coming out of nowhere. All right. I am doing okay. So America First says, I am doing okay. People still do this thing where they smirk at me and laugh at me. It's almost as if they are subliminally mocking me. Yeah, this whole thing is a lot of subliminal, sadistic mocking. You recognize it very easily when you're in this program, but the best thing to do is not always acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know what you mean. I deal with it on a daily basis, and I try not to sensitize myself to too much of it. I ignore they're not gonna mock me. I'm not the perp. I'm the TI. You guys chasing me around for a reason, so go smirk at yourself. No one's chasing you around. So anyway, let's see. Okay, all right, guys. I think that's the end of it. Been hot here in Florida. 99. What part of Florida are you in? Suspicious. What part of Florida? What part of Florida you be? I'm getting ready to go to the car, guys, and flash that Cash App one more time. I need to hurry up. because the numbers are getting low now. Everybody's leaving. It's been a long one today, guys. We went for quite a while. I don't even feel like going to the car, but I got to do it. Walking back and forth. I'll wait a few more minutes, read some more comments. Anybody have anything they want to say before I end this? I'm too damn tired to walk back to the car. Yeah, anybody talk to me. I know it ain't just bots left in here, is it? This is the end. Any your last word, or forever hold your peace. Hold your You guys had all those comments and stuff while I was driving and riding. I can't read them now that I'm sitting here. You guys shy? Can't got your tongue? Can't got your typing fingers? Yeah, I just like to hear me yap. Come on, give me a reason to sit here for a little while longer. I'm not ready to go to the car yet. Just came from the car. Then I'm about to come right back out here because I'm going to sit out here and I'm going to go get something to eat. Ashley says, do you think they are targeting in the Caribbean or Jamaica? That's where I want to go. I've never heard anybody mention it. That's a good question. Never heard anybody mention it there. I'm trying to think now. Well, you know what? Well, he's in America. There's one guy, his name, I know has Jamaica or Jamaican in his username, but I think he's here in America. So, yeah, I don't recall anybody that I can think of off the top of my head mentioning anything about the Caribbean. So that's a good question. It really is, actually, but I'm sure we'll find somebody to pop out and say, hey, I've been there, you know. So if anybody's had any experience in the Caribbean, like Jamaica, any of that, we're targeting, speak up. Answer the sister's question. Yes, the scenery is absolutely beautiful. That's one of those things about Florida. You definitely can get some good visuals out here, and all these people enjoy it. All these water lovers and sun lovers, they all conjugate in Florida. Wherever you're from in the country, man, this battery is dying. I got it plugged up and it's still going down. That's when you know it's bad. Hey guys, what I'll do is I'll just let it die. No, I want to go to the car. Let me go to the car. I hate to leave this beautiful scenery right when you mention it too, but let me go to the car because I don't want it to just die abruptly. I do want to I want to flash the Cash App one more time. So let me get to the let me get to the car real quick, and then we'll see. My shoe is untied. Give me a second, guys. All right, yeah, let me get to the car and plug in, because I don't want it to just die. Look at that beautiful pink sky up there. I've seen some nice pink skies like that in Georgia. Yeah. Look at this. They really put a lot of effort into beautifying this place, man. I tell you, they do. All right. Let's hope this doesn't go off before I plug it in. It smells good in this car. Damn, something is buzzing like hell. I think they're giving me a delivery, but I thought it was
for always uplifting my spirit.
All right. Let me see what that buzzing is. You know what? I think it's been buzzing like that for a long time. It's hot. All right. I think I'm plugged in. Let me see. Yup. All right. I still need to use a different charger. This charger that I'm using is starting to fade out. So give me a second. I'm gonna flash my Cash App again. I want to flash my Cash App again before we get ready to end this one, guys. If anybody wants to donate to the program, you see what I've been through. I've been here with you guys all day. I'm clearly not a grifter. I only jump on and ask for a little assistance when I really need it. You guys know that. So look out for me if you're doing better. If you're not, I understand. But if you are doing a little better than myself right now, I can't find a different charger. So Might have to just stick with this one for the moment. All right, guys, I'm just gonna get the Cash App on the screen one more time, just in case his phone dies. This charger is having a hard time charging up. I gotta get to the bathroom too. All right, give me a second here. I'm gonna get it, man. I gotta use the bathroom at the same time. At the same damn time. Hope you guys are entertained today. It says they target you anywhere in the world. Trust me. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I've been to a different continent. You know, I spent a few months over there, and I got gang stalked all along the way. It's deep like that. It's no running. You just got to find out ways to do it. Here's the Cash App, guys. All right, here's the Cash App. If anybody wants to repost it, I think I already got it pinned up. You guys already see it on the pin, actually. I'm pretty sure you can see it, but this might be a good idea to show you guys again. Been here with you guys all day, you know, showing you this horrible situation. So if anybody wants to show a little love, okay, good. The phone is actually charging up now. So if anybody wants to show a little love and appreciation for the time and the effort, I even did it while delivering. You saw the 27 on the last one. That's consistent. Like I've been showing you guys for years. So if you do have any kind of support of a TI donation budget, you know, think of me. I could really use the assistance. You know, I'm out here and just making a life change right now that I had to make. So I'm out here. Got a big bill to pay, man. So if anybody can really bless me before Tuesday, my Cash App is right there. I can use it. All right, guys. It's been real. I enjoyed our time. I hope YouTube promotes this video. You know, just another example in a day in the life of a TI where we go through trying to, you know, work the gig apps. Sometimes we got to work the gig apps when we don't have anything else at the moment. So, and that's how this is the experience we have. Yes, the scenery is definitely beautiful. Good job on moderating. When I get back up, when I get right, you know, I'm gonna treat you my mods. I got you guys. You guys get Cash Apps too. But right now, I'm on the other end. I'm the one that need the Cash Apps. All right, guys. I'll catch you soon. Thanks for hanging out. Stay strong out there. Check out my Instagram, my Instagram page. I'm literally locked out right now. I'm having some trouble with the two-factor authentication. They won't send the notifications. Last time I tried, I'll try again soon. But you can still go there and check out some good content. You can learn some stuff. You can communicate with other TIs there. It's Gangstalking by the numbers _ after every word. You'll see the same profile photo here. That'll be it for now, guys. Donate and support, please. Catch you on the next one. Peace.